where the time has went by. They just thought their kids just started school and now they're graduating. So
Yeah, it does. It goes extremely fast. Seeing Maddie Bousman out there as a football manager, I can still remember her as just a little first graders starting to play basketball. So, time does it goes fast.
we were just talking about on the phone yesterday, talking about your daughter Bailey,
Yeah,
and she's been out of school how many years?
this is fourth year out.
Wow.
Amazing. And we're gonna take a break as they're going to honor America with playing the national anthem.
Whether your old golf injury has flared up
Expect a real good game tonight, but the weather is not cooperating very well.
No, that's what I made the comment from yesterday to today. We've seen a 40-degree temperature change. Yesterday we were sitting on the beach, 86 degrees, and get out of the car here, it's 46 degrees and raining and nasty. But the thing of it is it doesn't seem to have kept a lot of people home because both sides are filling up really nicely, and that's what you expect in this type of game, that people are going to be out here and they're going to support their team. I mean, as we said, this is for the county championship. Salem comes in 4-4, West Washington at 7-1. So, it should be a great game. I would love to see dry field conditions, but, it seems like we've seen this a lot this year.
Yeah, I believe our players should be used to this weather. It seems like we've had more wet nights than we've had dry nights on Friday nights this year.
I agree, and, I've not seen much of Salem, but my guess is they're going to try and run the ball straight ahead at us, but I'd say we're going to see very similar to what Paoli did. I know Paoli's coach, Jeremy Lowry, used to be a Salem coach, and I think him and Coach Hartsfield are still big buddies, and I'm sure he gave him a scouting report, just run your fullback straight ahead, and I think that'll be what they start out trying to do, so we've got to be able to stop that.
I was talking to Coach Nance today, and their worry was if it rained and the field was sloppy, that Salem would have the advantage. They thought if dry field, we might have the advantage. But so
yeah, talking to Coach Bousman last night, I mean that's kind of the attitude I got from him too, because I think one of the main weaknesses for Salem's defense is their secondary, and we were really excited about the passing attack that we was going to hit them with. So it'll be interesting to see if this rain keeps up all night or what happens.
But I know an old Mitchell coach used to tell me that when it rains, the offense knows where they're going and the defense doesn't.
That's exactly right. Now, that's my theory. Was offense does have an advantage in that you run your routes, they know where they're going. DB's trying to guess, and if you can get them back on their heels, they're going to slip. And especially in a game like this, they come up and try and make a tackle, and they lose their footing. You got a lot of room to run.
I don't want to jinx us, but against the Perry Central, the last time I was on the radio, it seemed like Perry Central was sliding all over the field, and and our guys, especially Bobby Stevens, was keeping his feet and was able to make cuts. So.
Yeah, I agree, and that's. Bobby's going to be a marked man tonight. Salem's going to be waiting on him, and I look for Bobby, to possibly be a decoy in some situations. Salem's not going to let Bobby just get out and run on him.
You know, looking at the season stats, Bobby's coming in with 1,632 rushing yards for the year, and that's an average of 9.7 yards per carry. That's amazing.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes you see stats like that through 3 or 4 weeks, but over the course of the entire season, I mean, that is very, very impressive.
And he's also scored 17 touchdowns. That's more than all of our other guys combined on rushing. So.
Yeah, and, you know, it's not like that his touchdowns are 1-yard touchdown runs. I mean, most of them, I'd say probably 2/3 of them are over 30 yards.
Yeah, because usually when we get down to the goal line, Hunter Pate gets the ball quite often.
That's exactly right.
You know, I'm going to have to offer up apologies before we get started here. We got some guys sitting beside us on the radio.
Yeah.
So if you'd be better off listening to 1220 tonight instead of.
Yeah. Well, talking to Rodney Bruff's one of them, and he's in the same boat I am. We both were evacuated this week. We was down in Hurricane Michael, and both those guys ran out of where we were at and ended up in Alabama. So, you know, if you've never been in a hurricane or seen them that close, I mean, it's scary. I mean, to see all the gas stations out of gas, and I mean, it's nuts.
So, yeah, you know, I kind of feel like this is a national championship basketball game where you can listen to the each school's announcing, or you can listen to the neutral site. Well, we don't have a neutral one tonight, so.
No, they're going to be all Salem. We're all West Washington, so you pick who you want to listen to, and if we start pouring it on them, you might switch over and listen to them cry. So. You know, that's your options.
You know, when we thought you and Rodney was both going to be gone, me and Bubba thought about doing this together.
So. Now, that would have been interesting. That would have been extremely interesting to hear you two together.
But there was some thought about doing that.
Yeah, I heard the discussions. So, but again, you know, huge game tonight, and then, you know, after tonight, then you start preparing for sectional. And for those of you that don't know, we play next week at Springs Valley, a team that we played on a night very similar to this. Actually, a lot harder rain than it is right now. So what was the score then, 26-22 or something like that? I mean, I think we were ahead 26-6 or 26-8, something like that. And then Springs Valley hit a couple of pass plays where our defensive backs lost their footing and made that game a lot closer. And, you know, I know we're hoping for a dry field next week, and next week it will be a unique experience as Matthew and I have already determined that we said before the draw even happened, if we have to go down there, we're broadcasting from the top of an RV. So if you want to listen to us, we will be on top of an RV next week doing the radio.
And if it's raining, I might be sitting in their spot up in the broadcast booth.
Exactly.
We have about 2 minutes and 40 seconds before kickoff. So before we start the game, let's take a couple more, listen to our sponsors.
Sounds good.
This is Melissa Jeremiah with Hoosier Uplands Home Health Care and Hospice. We have a local team of professionals who are able to care for you in your home. Home care speeds the recovery process and allows a person to heal in their own home. Hospice offers symptom management to those facing the last stages of life. Our professionals are available at 812-849-4447 to answer any questions you have regarding home health care or hospice.
Stain, sole, and static shock. And of course, it's fully warranted by DuPont. So fold up the lawn chair and put the sunscreen away. This carpet sale is too hot to miss. Hurry in before the sun goes down on a very hot summer kickoff sale. It's all happening right now at Billy Martin Store, your authorized Mohawk carpet dealer. We offer free estimates, professional installation, and financing is available. Billy Martin Store is located 5 miles south of Pekin on Highway 335 in the heart of downtown Martinsburg. Or feel free to give us a call at 967-3997, and we'll be glad to help you.
Okay, welcome back to Art Sanders Field with about a minute 20 left to go till kickoff, and the Senators are getting ready to take the field, and they're going to be led out by our junior high and youth league teams tonight. So I know Darren and I's sons are excited to be here and then come out on the field tonight.
Yeah, actually my son's home. After a 10-hour ride in the car and changing temperature, we decided we didn't need him getting sick.
Well, what kind of quarterback that? He's supposed to be the leader to be coming out on the field.
I know.
So it is a good look. A sea of blue is coming out on the field.
And a lot of talent down there with young kids, a lot of talent with our varsity team and JV and junior high kids. I mean, as we talked, I mean, there's Coach Bosman and staff has done a great job in just building this program, not just a couple years of being good. I mean, they are turning this into, just year after year, almost to the point where you don't really rebuild, you just kind of reload.
Right. The kids are excited to play football here. And,
exactly.
That's a great thing that they got to have fun when they're playing.
Yeah, I agree with you totally. And it's not just the football; it's the atmosphere on Friday nights. I mean, these young kids, they come to the games on Friday nights and they see what it's all about. And it's a special thing Friday nights. Even as a basketball coach, I love basketball, but there is nothing quite like Friday nights in the fall.
Right, I agree, and it's football season's a little different. It's a different atmosphere. You're outside, and it's
and you only play once a week.
You play once a week, so everything builds to that one night. Mm-hmm. As you know, in the other sports, especially basketball and baseball, it's like you're playing 2 or 3 times a week, and it's hard to get excited for one opponent.
Exactly. And unfortunately, I know some teams though that do that. I mean, they get all fired up for just one particular team, and doesn't matter where they win it, any other games or not. It's all about that one game.
That's right. Well, the coin flipped in Salem has won the toss, and they will receive tonight. I kind of expected that if they won, they want to get their offense against our defense, because our defense has struggled against the run, and they want to see if they can pound it right at us.
I mean, this may be the first time all year we've not received the opening kickoff. I can't remember another time that we kicked off to start a game. Maybe, I'm sure we probably have, but it always seems like our offense is on the field first.
Well, you say that, but I think it's been quite a few times that Bobby's might even returned them into what we've been down as getting an extra point. But,
yeah.
So the centers are on, ready to kick off. Joe Tragesser is setting the ball on the tee right now, and here comes the Lions out on the field. And it is raining pretty good right now.
Yeah.
So, in the past in our rain games, it's been pretty warm. So this is a difference.
Oh, yeah.
So, turnovers I looked for to maybe be what's the key to this game tonight.
Yeah, I think turnovers is going to be a key, in penalties. I think it's going to be important for us not to have stupid penalties and give Salem extra yardage.
Well, Joe kicks it deep. It's got it on the 5-yard line, and on the sideline, he's going to be about to the 15. And so we're getting ready to start here, and I didn't even see that wasn't very good. I was being a spectator, didn't even see return to the kick, but he got it about to 5, returned it about 10 yards. We had good coverage, kept him on the sideline. So it's going to be 1st and 10, and Salem's not taking a huddle. They're coming straight out now. Let's see, they're trying to line up. They got twins right now to the left, and that'd be Brandon Corbin, the quarterback. He is under center, and I cannot see if that is
number 21, I think it looks like.
Is the fullback?
Yeah.
That will be Lane Price. And Price does get it on the veer, and he gets about a 6-yard carry right up the gut, right off the right tackle. So we expected that's what they're going to try to do. Price is a big boy, too.
Yes, he is.
He's 6'1", 205, and he is just a junior. So they're going to stay in that same formation. I look for this to be about all night. So Corbin, now we're going to go to the left side, and he's going to be a first down. So that looks like he's another 8-yard and almost a 10-yard gain. So it's going to be a first down. And, their fullback, he gets down in a 4-point stance when he's going forward. He's going.
You don't see that very often.
So he's going one direction. He's going straight ahead. There's no other way he can go when you're in a 4-point stance. So we're going to figure out. It looks like we're giving up the veer. Another man, they're just running right over. Yep, another 11-yard gain there for another first down. So it's going to be first and 10, and be on the center. No, be still on the Lions' 41-yard line. So we're going 3 plays, and
we're not putting up much resistance at all.
No, we're not at all. We're still staying in that cover 2. Trying not to give up the big play, but I guess 10 yards we're considering not a big play. Right up the gut again. There we
go.
Better stop.
Nice job.
Nice job. Who was that? Him in the hole. That looked like Charles Madden on that.
Madden
first
and Pate.
And Pate, yes. So we got a little different look. We got Charles Madden is now down as a defensive lineman, still playing linebacker, and Pate is is playing middle backer. So we're basically in a 4-3 with a cover 2.
Yeah.
And so we're daring in to try to do something else. Oh, we about tried to jump.
I look for Corbin to keep this here in a second.
Right, because we're playing really wide. Now we motioned. Oh, another pretty good stop right there.
Yes, they did.
So it looks like a gain of 3. So it's going to bring up a 3rd down and 5. So if you can hear our Salem guys in the background, so if one says 5, one says 4, I think just try to believe us.
Yeah, exactly.
So
the board says 5. Oh, the board does say.
It sure looks like 5 to me.
It does me too. 4 to the 50 and then 1 on the other
That's
side
right.
of the 50.
So here we go. Big stop right here. Big play that started right here in the first quarter. So let's see if Salem's going to get out of that dot. Oh, we gave it Price. He just boiled over us. We didn't make contact until about 2 or 3 yards down the field. He just boiled over us for a gain of 7. So now the Lions are in center territory. They're going to be about on the 47-yard line. So we had a chance to get a big stop there, and they just ran right at us.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And Salem's ran 6 plays. Mr. Price has carried it all 6 times.
Yep, so I guess my hope is maybe he gets tired or he puts the ball on the ground.
Yeah. I don't see – I mean, I've never seen anybody in 4-point stance.
I know, that's a little different. Got it to again. There's a pretty good stop. So we gained 2 yards on the carry. It looks like
well, the thing I liked, I mean, Corbin's carrying out that fake because you know sooner or later he's going to keep that. And as soon as he's pulling it out, we've got somebody there hitting him.
Yeah,
so
our defensive ends have made him pay every time.
Mm-hmm.
So here we go again. They're
on different formation.
Now they're going basically trips right. Let's see if they
No
motion
back.
here and they pitch it. Yep, just like what Salem did. I mean, Paoli. Oh, we got him stopped.
Nice. They lost yardage.
Yes, they did. That was number 29 on the carry. And so that would have been Jason Robbins on the carry, and he lost 2 yards. Looks like it's going to be 3rd and 9. So that was a really good stop there.
I'm going to say that was probably Dakota Smith out there with the stop at the corner position.
You know, I really love it when coaches try to outsmart themselves instead of just pounding us.
Yeah.
Because now we're giving them. So we're staying in cover 2, press coverage out here on top. So we're giving our outside guys. I don't think that middle. Oh, fullback up the middle again, and another good stop there.
Yeah, everybody's there on him. Nice job.
So it is going to be 4th down and about 7. Now, if you notice in that formation, their middle guy was not eligible.
No.
He was covered up. So they basically had twins out here, and their middle guy was – I don't even know what he's out there for, to tell you the truth, because he didn't even move. Well, you decoying. If your guys are smart enough to know that he's not eligible. So let's look what they're going to do. Are they going to?
Well, we got to make sure we don't jump here and give them 5.
Now they're in a pistol look here, and
I
I still don't think this middle guy's eligible. He's not eligible. They're going to block. Oh! That's a lateral. Oh, they threw it, and we got him. So they tried to throw it out here to the tailback, and he dropped
number
the ball.
19. Who is that?
For them, that was for them or for us?
For them.
19. That was Lane Weddle. They said he'd been hurt, didn't play last week. So I just kind of little pass out here in the flat, and it was a lateral.
Yeah.
And we was on that because we said that their slot guy wasn't even eligible.
Parker Green came up, and he was right there, put a hit on Weddle on that, and then Parker lost his footing, and Weddle picked it up.
But, it was a pretty heads-up play by Weddle right there.
Yes, it was.
Because if he didn't pick it up, we'd been on. That could have been off to the races. Oh, it looks like Salem jumped off sides.
They did.
So Salem jumped off sides, so that's going to put the ball right at midfield. It's going to be 1st and 5 for the Senators. And so, that's a lot of times we haven't been able to get that stop on the first series.
That's a good sign. Kind of bend but don't break that series.
Yeah. So here we go again. And we're going to be in our base formation here. We got Bobby Stevens to the right of Bousman. And so there's a snap. There goes Bobby to the left. Oh, there is a really good stick. And Bobby spanned off. Going. Yes, he did. Bobby ended up gaining about a yard on it, maybe 2 yards on that, and he got stuck for nothing at the beginning, and he spun off. But Salem was right there, and very rarely do we see him get stuck that hard right off the bat.
No. But the thing is, I mean, I don't know if you noticed Salem's defense, but they've got 10 guys within 5 yards of the ball.
You know, one thing when you do that, you know, if you stop, it looks good. But if you get by that first line, you're off to the races. Mm-hmm. So here we go again. Same play to Bobby. Oh, and Bobby, I thought he was going to break that.
Too.
But Bobby did gain, it looks like about 8 yards. So we're going to be 1st and 10. And that's going to be on the 41-yard line. And Bobby was close.
Yes, he was.
That cornerback did a real good job. Number 24 did an excellent job, and that is Colin McCartney, because we had a block on him, and he shed his block and got made that tackle. And very rarely you see Bobby go down on a one-on-one tackle. No. So here we go. We're going to go to it's Bobby right up the middle, and he gets hit pretty good. But
he's still going, moving the pile
yes,
forward.
He is moving the pile, and it was Bobby moving about 4 Lions right there, and he gained about 3 yards. So it's going to be 2nd down and 7.
Again, at some point, Bobby's going to break one of those, and then there's where Salem's got everybody up so tight, there's not going to be anybody there to catch Bobby.
That's right. Salem is selling out. They are in a cover 3. They got a free safety back there now. About
safety's the only one.
He's only about 8 yards too, so he won't catch Bobby if he gets around the edge. And so here we go. Bobby on the left. Oh no, there was a. Well, we fumbled the snap. Bobby picked it up off the bounce and got it back to the line of scrimmage. So we're going to be 3rd and 7. So, yeah, there was a break for the Senators right there. And then I thought Bobby was going to run by him.
I did too.
So it's kind of like, so it looks like Salem and the Senators have both had lucky bounces so far. Because we said turnovers might be, and there's a chance for both teams to have one. So let's see if we keep pounding them. Nope, Bousman's back to pass. Oh, he threw it behind him. He tried to hit the quick slant, and that was going to Farmer. That was Chase Farmer, and he threw it behind him. Now, they did a good job. They jammed him right off the line of scrimmage, and he didn't get a clean release. I was hoping to see a flag right there, but I think they just jammed him pretty good, and he's going to have to do a better job of getting off the ball. So it looks like we're bringing in the punt team. So, this is a great place to fake because we are, on the 38-yard line. So we have nobody coming out here. Oh, now they're coming out here guarding Bobby. It looks like there's going to be a timeout. Yeah, and it is a timeout for the Lions. They didn't like that look at they were in on their defense with our punt team. I think they was thinking we might fake that. So, like I said, there's another key play right here in the first quarter.
I agree, and I think they realized that's why they took the timeout, and they want to make sure everything's the way we want it.
When it's a wet field like this, field position is real key. So I think that might be why we're kind of, thinking about punting right here.
Yeah.
And the other thing is we've struggled running the ball. Usually it's the first time I've seen us get stopped that many times in a row.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Maybe since Paley. Paley did that a couple times in the first half, and in the second half we kind of got going. But so Salem's been pretty stout defensively on us, so we'll see what Coach Bousman's going to do.
Yeah, and my iPad just went berserk on me. It's not good.
So you're going to do it the old-fashioned way.
Well, it's back up now, but I've lost everything that I had up until now. So,
so there wasn't much offense right there on our part. Did you lose Salem's offense?
Yeah, I lost Salem's too.
Well, I can tell you it was all
Price.
It was all Price. And he went from the 15 about to the 45, I think.
Here we go, 4th and 7.
Well, it looks like we're decided to go for it now. So Stevens to the right. See, maybe we're going to try to draw them off sides. Okay, we still got 15 seconds on the play clock. Let's see what the check is. Let's see where it looks like Salem wants to come. It's all right. If we take a penalty, so what here, because we're still going to punt. It's not going to be that big a deal.
That's going to be the case. Hey, Greg, if you're listening.
Well, we tried to draw them off sides.
People say they can't hear us, but I've got it turned up.
I got other people that can hear us, but people want that app. If you could share that app,
Well, I hear Bubba and Rodney over there saying people can't hear them. They don't know we unplugged them on purpose over there.
Well, they're talking about some app that people can get and listen to both of them. I've never heard of that.
So what we did, we unplugged them so you can hear us on both sides now. It might be better off on you.
After the 5-yard penalty, and they'll punt it away here.
So here's Bowles to get the punt off. He's got high, short punt when they get out of the way, and didn't really bounce. So it's going to be Salem ball, and it looks like it's going to be on that 19-yard line. So it's going to be the Salem Lions ball on the 19-yard line, and so Salem's got to go about 81 yards to get pay dirt here.
And I'm sure we're going to see Mr. Price again.
Yeah. That's when their offense kind of stopped there is when they quit giving the fullback the ball.
Yeah.
So I would sure like to see one go on the ground right here.
WSLM's Facebook page. Get on the app and listen to us.
Okay. If you're having trouble hearing us, you can go to the WSLM Facebook page and get the app there and listen to either us or Bubba and Rodney on 97.9.
So while they was talking there, they did get a first down play, and they did give it to Price right up the middle one more time, and he gained 3 yards. So a pretty good defensive stop there. So it's going to be 2nd and 7 for the Lions. Yeah, we got motion there. Oh, we about jumped off sides. I guess we did not get into the neutral zone. So I think this guy's eligible over here this time. So, and he is. Oh, we tipped the ball. Oh, we just about intercepted that one. I think it was Jake Strange. Wasn't it here on the?
Whose number? Is that Glenn Rankin?
Glenn Rankin just about had it fall right into his lap. And if he did that, there would have been our turnover because he would have caught that about on the 25, and then we'd have seen if he could outrun everybody to the end zone.
3rd and long.
I think Salem seen that we wasn't covering their slot.
And they're trying to get it out.
They tried to get him out there too quick, and also their tight end was trying to scoot up. So now they got both guys on the line here again. So the middle guy, we're going to do the quick. We got the pitch.
Nice.
He's number 19 is big gain. We had a guy come up flying, and we kicked him out, and then he took and got the corner. And 19 would have been Lane Weddle. So a big gain.
Yeah, we had him for no gain, and as you said, he was able to get around that corner. And, again, if the field was in a little better shape, I think we get him back there in the backfield.
So there's where you use both of those slot, your wide out in your slot, is there to block. And like I said, they probably seen, we've seen that against Paoli a lot. So Salem's back in their base formation, back motion again, and we're going opposite side of the motion, and Price right up on the right tackle. So they ran opposite of their motion that time. Looks like a gain of about 5 yards, so it's going to be 2nd and 5. Now let's see if we can get another stop here, or see if they get greedy on us again and try to get the corner or try to throw it again. That's what we kind of hope, because
Corbin hadn't ran it yet. I look for him to run it here soon.
Right. Okay, so here we go. We're still in that basically a 4-2 coming up. Oh, Weddle right up the gut. Oh, we got him stopped for a 1-yard gain.
And I think Corbin was wanting to pull that, and Price wouldn't give it up.
And that was our defensive tackles right there. That was Charles Madden and Trenton Binskin on that tackle. So there are defensive tackles, where we've been kind of struggling there in the middle, and they came up big right there. But Charles Madden had been playing a lot of linebacker this year. So
last game they started moving to defensive line, and I mean, Charles is extremely strong and extremely quick. I mean, he's going to give defensive linemen fits.
So here we go, 3rd and 4 on the Lion 49-yard line. So Price again. Oh, there's Corbin. He kept it that time, and he gained maybe 1 yard. So that's going to be 4th and 3. It's going to be right on the 50-yard line. So the Center's made a big stop.
I knew he was going to keep that, and I'm sure the coaches down in the field saw it too, because he tried to pull it last time, and he jumped up and down with his fist, and so you had that feeling that he was going to keep it no matter what that time.
Okay, here we go again. I'm looking for motion to go into the right and see if they can. Here we go. They got nope. There it said Jeremy Lowry tried to make you jump when you go.
Uh-huh.
So now they have nobody guarding that slot over there. I'm looking. Oh, the ball! That ball's on the ground. He snapped it. The ball never got up. He snapped it right under Corbin's legs, and Corbin was under the center. It wasn't a shotgun snap, and center never got it up. And so it's going to be the Senator ball. It wouldn't have mattered if we recovered it or not.
Right.
It was going to be our football because it was 4th down, but we did recover it. I think Glenn Rankin ended up falling on the football. So it's going to be 1st and 10 on the 50-yard line. This is about the exact same spot.
Yeah.
I think we started on the 45 and got a 5-yard penalty last time, and ended up on the 50. So now we're going with our little power look here, and let's see how we go. It looks like that's going to give the ball to Pate, and Pate makes a good kick right up the middle.
He's going to be close to 1st down.
Man, I don't know where that referee's spotting the ball because,
wow.
Where in the world is he spotting that? He shorted us about 2 or 3 yards on that one.
I would think so.
You thought it was going to be close to a first down.
Yeah, I thought he was up at the 40, and they're marking it at the 44.
Yeah, we're 2nd and 3 right now, but it's just straight up the middle right there. And let's see. Oh, here we go. Bobby to the left. Going to Stevens bounces off. He gets it, and then he's still going. Bobby kind of gain. He's still on his feet. Bobby is not going down easy. So it's going to be a gain of 9. And Bobby has such good balance.
Yeah.
I mean, they hit him right at the line of scrimmage, and he just kind of bounced sideways and kept his feet going. So
the other thing with Bobby is he's got such a strong lower body. I mean, we talk about that every week, but I mean, the kid truly has a really strong legs and calves. I mean, he's really physical.
All right, so we're back in the pistol look right here, and it's going to be 1st and 10 on the 35-yard line of the Lions. We're giving it right up the middle with a gain of about 12 yards right up the middle, and that was all offensive line because he did not get hardly touched. So it's going to be a 1st and 10 for the Centers on the Lion 24-yard line. There's 58 seconds left here in the first quarter, so this is a quick first quarter.
Yes, well, a lot of runs.
A lot of runs, you're right. You know, we're one-on-one on the outside. I'm looking for them to throw it up to Sanford here in a minute because they're playing inside leverage on him and just daring him to throw it long. But here we go.
Mason Armstrong.
That's Mason Armstrong on the carry, and and we're blocking well. That's going to be a gain of about 3. So it's going to on the 20-yard line. It's going to be 2nd and 7 with 30 seconds left here in the first quarter. So it looks like if everything goes as planned and there's no stop of the clock, it's going to be the last play of the first half.
No, actually, we don't even have to run another play.
Now, there's about 2-second difference in the play clock. So it depends if which end do we want to score on is what I'm.
And they're walking towards the sideline, so that's going to be the final play.
So a quick first quarter, and if I can figure out how to get this iPad on again, we will. We will go and take a break.
The end of the first quarter, it's all tied up here. No score at West Washington between the Lions and the Senators.
At WSLM, we congratulate all local businesses, large and small, who strive to be the best at what they do. That's why we'd like to congratulate Steve Montsinger and his entire team at Eddie Gilstrap Motors for recently receiving the prestigious President's Award by the Ford Motor Company for both 2016 and 2017, an award presented to only 340 out of 5,000 Ford dealerships. Through surveys collected, customers rate dealerships on their buying experience and the dealer's commitment to their satisfaction, including after the sale. To be recognized in the top 1% and be Blue Oval certified is quite an achievement, but that's what we've come to expect for a business 80 years strong. Whether you're thinking new or pre-owned, including Ford certified pre-owned, financing rates are very attractive right now. Check out their website at EddieGilstrapMotorsInc.com for big discount coupons on service. 207 South Main Street in Salem. When you want the very best, you want Eddie Gilstrap Motors.
Back here at Art Sanders Field, we're getting ready to start the second quarter of the Centers versus the Lions here in the county rival game, and it was a pretty good first half if you like, or first quarter if you like defense, and so I know my partner really did not like that first quarter at all.
No, just I like it being able to get some stops and then the turnovers, though. I mean, but you can run the ball every time. I mean, the clock's going to go quickly, so we may be out of here by 8:30 tonight.
Oh,
take it, hand it off. It'll go to Stevens. And he
Right
gets
up the
hit
middle, and
away
Stevens
by
got
the
hit
guard.
right at the line of scrimmage. I think he ended up powering for 2 yards.
Down to about the
So it looks like we're going to be 3rd and 4. Maybe, it looks like 3rd and 5. So it's going to be 3rd and 5. And I think we got lucky we didn't get a illegal procedure right there.
I think so, too.
I think our running back was leaning and took a little step. So maybe that was karma. We didn't get any yards on that one.
But we're definitely in 4-down territory. I mean, ball on the 18. We got 2 downs to pick up 5 yards.
Right there, we got a Pate in the pistol. Oh, Bowsman took it.
The handoff, he'll roll out, wants to throw, floats
Oh,
one out
we
there.
float one, and Bowsman rolls out and throws one out there for a completed pass, and it's going to be a first down. I'm trying to see that. That's Sanford out there. Looks like a gain about 10 yards maybe on that. So we're going to be 1st and 10, just inside the 10. So you have to call it 9, but it is really, I think it is 10 yards. So
Be 1st and goal. 11-14 here in the half.
here we go. First
and goal
Oh,
from
the Pate right up the middle. A big, strong run. It looks like a gain of about 4. And we faked the Bobby Stevens around the end and kind of got him to see if they're gonna look at that. So I know they're probably looking on top if they was respecting the fake or not, because we'd run that fake quite often this year, but I don't remember if we've already given it to him. If it hasn't been over once or twice.
Yeah.
They knock on the door here in the early
So here we go. Centers are trying to punch it in. We're on the 6-yard line. 2nd and go on the 6. And here we go. Same play there. Pate right up the gut. Faking to Stevens on the end around. And we're going to be, looks like we're going to be on the 3-yard line. So we're going to be 3rd down and 3.
So they're geared up to stop Bobby, and they're getting a steady dose now,
And
Mr.
we're getting
Pate.
Pate. So let's see if we keep pounding at him. And yep, we pounded right up the gut again. Oh, it's going to be close, but he's
right there at the goal line.
well. The Senators are saying touchdown, and the referee is saying about on the 1 foot line. I kind of like the Senators being the referees right there. I don't know.
I do too.
So here we go. It's going to be 4th down, and the ball is going to be. I can't even see the ball because
They're keeping it covered, drying that off.
so it is inside the 1-yard line. So here we go in our power look. I'm looking for Pate right up the middle one more time. No,
That's
we're giving it to Armstrong, and
he's
Armstrong
in.
in for a touchdown.
Mason Armstrong able to take it in for 1 yard out.
So it's going to be a touchdown. The Senators are going to be up
First here.
6-0 here with 9 minutes and 39 seconds left in the first half.
That's basically just misdirection, almost like the old
So, we've kind of, you was right, Darren, as you said, we might use Bobby as some decoy, and he didn't get the ball very much on that drive.
No, I mean, I think Salem's so geared up to stop Bobby, knows that he's done the majority of the running for the Senators this year, so they've got somebody spying him, and now Hunter Pate and Mason Armstrong are finding some seams.
Yep, here we go.
And he rolls out, wants to throw.
Oh,
He's got
drop. We got a flag on that, so I'm hoping it's on them, but I bet it's a hold. He rode out there, and he had Mason on there, and he threw it a little low, and, Mason was open if he'd have let him.
Yep, I agree.
And I'm not for sure that he didn't have Jake in the corner if he wanted to throw it to him.
But again, he's rolling to his left, and feet weren't set. So I mean, that's a difficult throw, and especially with the wet grass
and the wet ball. And if you notice on the completed pass to get the first down on that drive, he just kind of lobbed it, almost pushed it like he was scared to throw it. So. I'm sure Coach Bowsman's telling him, you got to throw the football.
Yeah.
You can't be scared of the rain. You got to let her fly.
I'll tell you what, there's a showdown up to our north between number 3 Columbus East, number 4 B&L, and it's 21-15 B&L over Columbus East right now.
Wow. If B&L's ever beat Columbus East, I bet it's been a long time.
Actually, I was there when it was 2006. We were the last ones to beat East in the Hoosier Hills Conference, and I think their streak is 83 games. So, and then B&L's they're very confident about tonight. So, it's going to be a shootout. I don't think they're playing defense up there.
No, and that's the coach's came. He came over from Linton. Is that correct?
Yes,
from
Steve Weber.
So he was successful at Linton and left right before they went to the state finals and won it, I do believe.
Yes.
So here we go. Joe Tragerster's kicking off to the Lions, and he's going to land about the 20, and Salem's going to get it up at the 15, bobbles it right there, and we let him get loose. And so he's going to get all the way up, and he is still going all the way up to the 50-yard line, and that's number 29.
That's Weddle.
And that's Weddle. And the sad thing was we had him dead to the right at the 20
I mean, we had him pinned in down at the 12, 13-yard line, and somehow he gets out of it.
And he even stopped. It wasn't like he kept running and broke tackles. We just kind of, it almost looked like we ran by him and put an arm out there. And big, strong kid, you can't put an arm out there and expect him to go down.
So instead of Salem having to go 80-some yards, they only got to go 50 now.
We put our defense has been playing pretty well here in the last couple of series, and let's see if we can get a stop. Now they're in a little different, little wishbone look right here. And it's going to be the same play, just a different formation. It's going to be Price up the middle, and a little gain of about 4. So that was a wishbone look for the Lions right there. And Salem, they stay under the center, which most teams we've seen this year have been shotgun look.
Uh-huh.
And so let's see what looks like they're going to stay in the wishbone. And who we got in the backfield there? That's Weddle, right? Does that look like 29?
20, is that the McCartney?
29. Yep. I think so. Here we go. Right up the middle. 24.
That's
24.
McCartney.
Oh, and we got him a good stick right there. Looks like he's going to gain about 2. So it's going to leave 3rd and 4. So that was a really good stick. He came off the off tackle. It's a power play, and the center stepped up and made a good play.
Yeah.
So here in another 3rd down and long for the Lions. We've kept them in 3rd and long quite often tonight.
Yes, we have, and that's good. I mean, especially in conditions like this, and what it looks like Salem's wanting to do is just run straight ahead.
Yeah, well, they're still in that wishbone look. I would give it to Price twice in a row if I was in. Well, they're not. It's McCartney. He's powered through. Ooh, it's going to be close. It looks like he did get a first down. That was a good play by McCartney because we hit him.
We hit him in the backfield.
Yeah, and he powered him for 4 more yards. So they're looking to see if it's a first down because it's really close, and I believe it is going to be a first down. Yep, there's a first down. I mean, the nose is just barely on the 40-yard line. So here we go again. They're going to stay in double tight wishbone. So they're going to think they can just overpower us here.
I think that's what they're trying to do.
We need to shoot a gap here and try to get somebody in the backfield. That's no, it's 29.
Is that Robbins?
That is Robbins. That is Jackson Robbins. So he gains about another 5 yards, a pretty good run. So they're going to just try to power straight ahead. Now, Jackson Robbins is the smallest of their backs, it looks like. He doesn't look very big back there, but he's a guy at 5'9", 150 pounds. So I would say it's going to be his quickness. But
yeah, he definitely looks like he's got the speed of the 3 that's in the backfield.
And then here they go. They got 2 big guys and 1 small one, it looks like, in the backfield. They're down to power. There's McCartney off the off tackle, breaks a tackle, going on to the left off tackle, and he's going to be short of the first down, so we're going to be 3rd and 1. Now, that boy runs hard.
Yes, he does.
He runs really hard.
And, obviously Salem is a left-hand dominant team. Just about every one of their run plays, if it's not straight ahead, it's been to the left side.
Right. So here we go, still going to be in the wishbone. No, they're not. They're going back to more of their traditional look of 2 slots, but they're double tight with that with Price. So I'm looking for Price up the gut, and he went left side again. Ooh, and he is going to be short of the first down.
So who was that made the tackle?
That's Charles Madden again, I do believe. Or is that Pate?
That's Pate.
That was Pate as a middle linebacker shooting there. So they just ran the veer to the left and double tight, brought everybody in. The one thing I've never understood is if you're going to run up the middle, why bring everybody in? I don't care if you don't have a tight end. It's the same guy going to make the tackles. You just don't have 22 guys in a little bitty box here. Back to the wishbone. So let's shoot a gap if they go to that power play. And they did go to the power play, and he is going to get a first down. Looks like he needed a half a yard, and he got 1.5 yards. That was McCartney again. So the only thing is, when you're giving it to him like that, you are taking some time to give it to him to the backfield. So if we could ever shoot a gap. So it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Lions on the Senator 29-yard line. So let's see if we can, and boy, these quarters are going fast. We're already halfway through the second quarter with 6 minutes left in the first half. So we're playing really wide, just daring them to run the midline. Yeah, Yeah, it was Price at the middle. We did a great job. It was a veer to the left again, and we just kind of made him bounce, and he got to the, maybe a yard.
Yeah.
So we're going to be 2nd and 9. Either they think there's something about our defensive right that they've seen on film, or they just like to run left.
Yeah. But they're running at Madden and Jake Strange.
I think maybe they don't want to run against Murphy.
Sure.
Centers are now they're up into a 5-2 right here, bringing an extra guy down. Now they're going right. Pretty good stop. Murphy slid off of him that time, and then looked like who's on the ball in the pile coming up there? Dakota Smith.
Yep.
Dakota Smith. Murphy just kind of hit him and fell backwards on that one. So here we go, 3rd down and 5. So let's see what they do. They're going to stay in that double tight wishbone. So we can't fall asleep because we are giving, if they want to send that tight end straight down the field, we're going to struggle.
Yeah.
Because our corners are staying really, really wide. And now our linebackers are playing really wide here. But here we go, the power to the left again. And he's not going to get the first down, but he's going to gain of about 4 yards. So we're going to be 4th down and 2. So the ball's on the 20-yard line. A big stop here for the Senators.
Yes,
see if we can get off the field right here. No, I wouldn't be surprised. I don't know if I'd do it on 4th down, but they try to sneak that tight end out. But if I'm doing it, I'm giving it to number 24 because we haven't stopped him for 2 yards. And it's been off tackle to the left. But he's getting pretty muddy. I'm hoping them arms are getting a little slick. And here we go. It's going to be, and he cut it.
He didn't get it. We hit him at the line. He did not get it.
He took off that left tackle, and for some reason he decided to put his foot down and cut back right into our defense, and our backside pursued, and our defensive tackle did a great job. But I think our initial push is what made him do that.
Yeah. It'd be interesting to know if he's actually carried the ball much this year, or if they've just put that in this week to give them another option, because I don't remember hearing much about him as an offensive player. I know he's a really good defensive player.
So here we are, 3:55 left, and we get the ball back, and we're on our own 19-yard line. So, if we don't even score right here, we got to get down.
Eat the clock.
We got to eat the clock. We'll get the ball to start the second half. So don't turn it over, and let's get the ball back. Here we go. Pate right up the gut. Big hole right there. Oh, he had a big seam. But that's one of those things where, he gained 4 yards, so he made a good gain, but he's really being careful hanging on to the football. So, but we did a good job of finding a little seam. We just threw a new football in there. The referee dropped it, and it rolls all around on the ground. So I don't really know if that really helped us.
No.
I see my son Ian's down there on the sideline trying to dry footballs off, so maybe he just made a bad throw. I don't know.
I didn't see it.
Here we go with our power eye look. Here we go. There's Stevens. Bobby makes a big – Bobby about broke that one. So he's going to gain of about 9 yards on that carry. So it's going to be a first down for the Senators, and it's going to be on our own 33-yard line. So that's the one first down we need to get to kind of loosen things up a little bit.
Well, Bobby hadn't ran for a while. He was ready to go.
He wasn't. He about broke that. I tell you what, Salem's got some strong boys on there. That big number 24 is playing right there in the back. So here we go. Now we're going to go to Armstrong. He had a big sting. That's right. But, still going to be a gain of 7. So it's going to be 2nd down and 3 on the 40-yard line. But if you notice, Salem's 3 linebackers, too, they're playing really, really tight.
Yeah.
They got their middle, but their outside backers are sent almost overside on their tackles.
Well, that's what I said on that opening drive.
Yeah.
If we can get through there's a lot of room to run. And there's Bobby on the reverse.
On the turn. He's
still going.
He's still going. He's amazing how he stays on his feet. It was that little counter play, and Salem played it really well.
Yes,
Their defensive end did a great job, but he still gained 10 yards because one guy doesn't really bring him down. So we're going to be on the 50-yard. No, we're on the 49. So we are in Salem territory with 2 minutes and 30 seconds. Now we've got the we got to move it a little bit. We can kind of loosen them up a little bit. I'm still looking for try to hit Sanford on a fade over there on the other side because they're one-on-one. Oh, no, that's the one thing we didn't want to do. But well, it was a bad snap. It didn't even come off the ground, and Bousman picked it up, ran to the right, and just fell down. I think if he would have looked up, he probably could have just dove back to the line of scrimmage.
Right.
And so it's 2 minutes left in the first half there, and then now we're going to be 2nd and 15. So now we got to be careful.
Yeah.
You know,
just
we don't want to stop the clock.
use the
here.
play clock.
Yeah.
Let it run down.
If we happen to bust one here and get a first down, then we can do it again. But till then. So here we go. Here's that Bobby right off the left side. Big rain by Bobby again. So it looks like that's going to be a gain of about 9 yards.
It's more than 9 yards. He's down to the 43, 44.
Okay. So
it's a 10-yard,
11
yard.
Okay, so here we go. It's going to be 3rd and 4. Big play here because if we get a first down here, then we maybe can try to open it up a little.
Yeah.
Here we go, fake. Oh, wait, Pate right up the
gut. Got the
first down. I think he's right on the first down, too. So he needed 4.
They're already motioning.
Yeah, he needed 5 and got 5. So it's going to be 1st and 10 on the 39-yard line at the minute 12. Now does Coach Bousman and Coach Nance try to open it up a little bit?
I think you take a chance right here.
I think we're going to maybe do a little play action and try to hit Sanford deep over there. You know, we
depends on the ball. I mean, if the ball's slick, I mean, it's going to be hard to throw anything deep.
Yeah, but you've got the post too. If we can get a skinny post, because the safeties. Give it to Armstrong. They made a great play by the Lions there. Number 53 shot in the backfield and made a great tackle for the Lions. And that'd be Bradley Gramlin. So we lost a yard on that play. So. So here we go, 2nd down and 11. Let's see. There we go to Bobby. Oh, nah, we want nothing there. We went backwards. Now this is one of those you just need to hang on to the football.
Yeah, just Salem, I'm sure, is called timeout.
Somebody called timeout. The Senators called timeout. I really don't understand that one. No. I would have probably let the clock run. So we're going to be 3rd and 12, and we've been going backwards. So we was on the 39, but now we're back up to the 42-yard line with 30 seconds left. It looked like Bobby tried to almost kind of bounce that. We tried to block him out, and Salem did a good job containing, and he tried to bounce a little farther than he should have. I think he should have cut instead of bounced. So let's see what we decide to do here. You know, I don't know what our longest gain is, but this is rare that we've had to drive a ball this long.
Well, it's good to see us be able to do that, though. I mean, because as you said, we've really not had to, and you know, I think it's something that we're going to need in the future, and to see these boys be able to actually do that, I mean, is good because I mean, Salem's a big, strong, physical team. It's a school team much bigger than us, so be able to do this against them is impressive.
You know, when you get up in the tournament, you play good teams. You can't expect to run the ball 80 yards on one play. Yeah. Like we've kind of been spoiled. And so here we go. We're back on the field here. It's going to be 3rd and 12. This back in our normal formation. Twins to the right, Bobby on the right side of Bousman. Oh, and then we jump off sides.
Wow.
Wow. So that's going to be 5 yards back. So now we're going to be 3rd and 18.
Against the Senators, that'll take it back to about the 46-yard line, where it'll be 3rd down now and about 16 for West
I
Washington.
don't know. That didn't look like a 5-yard penalty, but so still 30 seconds here. Here we go. Bobby. Bobby makes a good run. Looks like he's going to gain about.
To 38?
Yeah, to 30. He's up to the 38. So I would try to get one more play in to just see if we can break it. I mean, get the one snap. If you're going to do it here because what's it going to hurt? But it looks like we're going to the house here.
Yeah.
Unless he calls timeout. And he did call timeout with 1 second remaining in the half. So, you know, that's probably a good idea. So it's going to be one play. Salem's not going to get the ball back. The only thing back can happen is if we put the ball
no interceptions
or put the ball on the ground. But if you're going to throw an interception, make sure you throw it deep and don't throw it to the flats.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you throw it to the flats, then there's nobody there to catch them.
Right.
So
they may flare Bobby out and throw it to him and let him, just run down the sideline or try and get to that sideline and use Chase and Harrison as lead blockers, because those two kids block extremely well too from the wide receiver spot.
And let's make sure we throw it forward and don't do a
Yeah.
lateral.
Yeah.
So I see that looks like, is that Coach Farmer down there, Brian Farmer, cleaning the
I've noticed
cleats
that.
off?
Cleats off, and he's been wiping mud off of faces and everything else.
That's a good job for him, the mud man.
But I'll tell you what, for Week 9, this field looks amazing. And it's probably not going to look amazing after this game tonight, but to get this far in the season with as perfect as it looks is unusual.
Not only Week 9, but 7 home games.
Yeah, exactly.
Here we go. We're giving it to Bobby. He's running hard. He's still running hard, but he's not going to get it as much as we wanted to get. Are they going to blow it dead? So actually he gained about 9 yards. So he had a good run, and we're going to halftime with the Centers up 6-0 over the Salem Lions. So as soon as I can get this computer fired up, we're going to go and take a break and listen to our sponsors.
Skyline Suites is an environment like no other, with private sunrooms, on-site salon service, activity exercise facility, tastefully designed private rooms equipped with kitchenettes, 55-inch flat-screen TV, cable, and phone. You'll feel right at home. Many facilities are institutional and lack the true feeling of home. Skyline Suites and Villas has worked hard to create an environment where you feel part of the family, enjoying exceptional amenities and furnishing, all while surrounded by the peaceful tranquility of quiet country living. Skyline Villas provides independent living villas with 1,750 square feet, 3-bed, 2-bath, 2-car garage units, all utilities, cable, Wi-Fi, telephone, housekeeping, 24-hour health monitoring, and maintenance included in monthly rate. Villa residents also enjoy meals at Skyline Suites for a discounted rate. Call Ryan Buchanan today for a tour at 812-320-3761.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
Buying a new grill from a big warehouse is like trying to start your old grill. You can end up standing around by yourself and nothing happens. Not at Ace. We've got an exclusive lineup of premium brands, plus premium service to make sure you get the right grill. That's why grilling starts at Ace.
Our team at Ace Hardware of Salem is here to answer your questions and help you find your dream grill. Stop in today and see why we're the helpful place.
After a joint surgery, injury, or illness, Meadowview and Salem Crossing are the best choices for helping you recover. Our Moving Forward Rehabilitation Program offers a full range of therapies. We're here to help you return home safely with the skills you need to live life on your own terms. Meadowview and Salem Crossing, 2 great options for your rehabilitation. To learn more, visit asccare.com or call 888-996-8272.
Let's get on our feet and give a big hand to the starting lineup at McDonald's here in Salem. The Quarter Pounder is coming on the field. Filet of fish and those golden delicious fries are warming up on the sidelines. And now for the feature star of the night, the Big Mac. You'll score every time with a hot, fresh meal from McDonald's in Salem, whether you're there for breakfast, lunch, or dinner. Take a time out and stop by before or after the big game to check out their all-day breakfast menu or value menu. Download the McDonald's app and you can get great deals on delicious tastes all day long, including buy 5 McCafe drinks and get 1 free. You'll score every time with the wife and kids when you make a touchdown at the Golden Arches right here in Salem. And don't forget, McDonald's has gift cards so you can give that great fresh taste all season long.
Or stop by 603 South Main Street today. And be sure to tune in at 8 p.m. on Wednesday nights with Bubba Abbott on WSLM AM 1220 and FM 97.9 for Coach's Corner, our live local coaches show that broadcasts live each week from McDonald's in Salem. Tune in to hear what Eastern, Salem, and West Washington coaches have to say about the next big game.
After a joint surgery, injury, or illness, Meadowview and Salem Crossing are the best choices for helping you recover. Our Moving Forward Rehabilitation Program offers a full range of therapies. We're here to help you return home safely with the skills you need to live life on your own terms. Meadowview and Salem Crossing, 2 great options for your rehabilitation. To learn more, visit asccare.com or call 888-996-8272.
Hey folks, this is Mike King, the Walmart store manager here in Salem. I just want to give a shout out to my associates for winning the Helen Walton Award this year. For you that don't know, the Helen Walton Award is given to a store that is invested in their community. And that award is only presented to one store out of the 6,000 in a whole world. To win that is something special, and it was a lot of hard work and dedication and a lot of volunteer time outside of their work hours. And just leave you with Helen's favorite quote: it's not what you gather in life, it's what you scatter. And we have seen that by our associates and especially by our community. And I also want to thank the community welcoming us and letting us become a part of the Salem, Washington County area. Thank you all for all that you do.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
Buying a new grill from a big warehouse is like trying to start your old grill. You can end up standing around by yourself and nothing happens. Not at Ace. We've got an exclusive lineup of premium brands, plus premium service to make sure you get the right grill. That's why grilling starts at Ace.
Our team at Ace Hardware of Salem is here to answer your questions and help you find your dream grill. Stop in today and see why we're the helpful place.
After a joint surgery, injury, or illness, Meadowview and Salem Crossing are the best choices for helping you recover. Our Moving Forward rehabilitation program offers a full range of therapies. We're here to help you return home safely with the skills you need to live life on your own terms. Meadowview and Salem Crossing, two great options for your rehabilitation. To learn more, visit asccare.com or call 888-996-8272.
Let's get on our feet and give a big hand to the starting lineup at McDonald's here in Salem. The quarter pounder is coming on the field. Filet of fish and those golden delicious fries are warming up on the sidelines. And now for the feature star of the night, the Big Mac. You'll score every time with a hot, fresh meal from McDonald's in Salem, whether you're there for breakfast, lunch, or dinner. Take a time out and stop by before or after the big game to check out their all-day breakfast menu or value menu. Download the McDonald's app and you can get great deals on delicious tastes all day long, including buy 5 McCafe drinks and get one free. You'll score every time with the wife and kids when you make a touchdown at the Golden Arches right here in Salem. And don't forget, McDonald's has gift cards so you can give that great fresh taste all season long.
Or stop by 603 South Main Street today. And be sure to tune in at 8 p.m. on Wednesday nights with Bubba Abbott on WSLM AM 1220 and FM 97.9 for Coach's Corner, our live local coaches show that broadcasts live each week from McDonald's in Salem. Tune in to hear what Eastern, Salem, and West Washington coaches have to say about the next big game.
After a joint surgery, injury, or illness, Meadowview and Salem Crossing are the best choices for helping you recover. Our Moving Forward rehabilitation program offers a full range of therapies. We're here to help you return home safely with the skills you need to live life on your own terms. Meadowview and Salem Crossing, two great options for your rehabilitation. To learn more, visit asccare.com or call 888-996-8272.
Hey folks, this is Mike King, the Walmart store manager here in Salem. I just want to give a shout out to my associates for winning the Helen Walton Award this year. For you that don't know, the Helen Walton Award is given to a store that is invested in their community. That award is only presented to one store out of the 6,000 in the whole world. To win that is something special, and it was a lot of hard work and dedication and a lot of volunteer time outside of their work hours. And just leave you with Helen's favorite quote: it's not what you gather in life, it's what you scatter. And we have seen that by our associates and especially by our community. And I also want to thank the community welcoming us and letting us become a part of the Salem, Washington County area. Thank you all for all that you do.
Whether your old golf injury has flared up, or you overdid it when landscaping, or that summer barbecue left you with a terrible case of heartburn that just won't quit, Baptist Health Medical Group Family Medicine in Salem has the expertise to get you back to doing what you love most. With convenient walk-in appointments available, our providers are focused on exceptional care. Schedule an appointment today by calling 812-883-5501. Baptist Health, healthcare that's centered on you.
Back here at Art Sanders Field, where the Senators lead 6-0 over the Salem Lions here at the half. A very fast-moving first half. I believe first half lasted maybe about 45 minutes. Not sure the last time I've been involved in a game that went that fast. Stats are going to go just about as quickly tonight. Recap the scoring at the 9:39 mark of the second quarter. Mason Armstrong runs in from 1 yard out to give the Senators first score of the night. 2-point conversion pass was not successful, so that left the score 6-0, and again, that is where we're at right now. Excuse me. Stats for the Salem in the first half: they had 3 first downs in the first half. They ran the ball 25 times for 93 yards.
It's a little less than 4 yards per carry, so that's
which
pretty.
is what we want. In an offense like that, they attempted one pass; it was unsuccessful. So total, they ran 26 plays for 93 yards. For the Senators, we picked up 10 first downs in the first half, ran the ball 21 times for 99 yards. We were 1 out of 1 passing for 10 yards. Total, we ran 22 plays for 109 yards. With the wet conditions, we knew holding on the ball could be an issue tonight. Both teams put the ball on the ground twice, but fortunately for West Washington, we did not lose any fumbles. Salem did lose one, so that's the only turnover of the first half. Salem was penalized 1 time for 5 yards. West Washington did a much better job tonight than they've done in recent weeks with penalties, as we just had 2 for 10 yards.
Well, thanks for jinxing us on that one.
I don't think these officials are going to throw flags anyway. They went out of the rain.
That's right. It does look like the rain might be not quite as hard as it was earlier, but it's still coming down.
Yes, it is. Individually for the Senators tonight, Bobby Stevens has ran it 9 times for 60 yards. Hunter Pate came in the second quarter, and really after Salem started keying on Bobby, Hunter and Mason Armstrong was able to get some nice runs. Hunter ran it 7 times for 32 yards, Mason 4 times for 12 yards. Holden had 1 carry for -5 yards, but that was just picking up a fumbled snap that didn't get off the ground. So, as we said, Holden was 1 for 1 passing for 10 yards. The receiver of the catch was Harrison Sanford. So, again, that's our stats.
It's pretty quick, but yardage is about the same for both teams.
Yeah, but you take out Salem's first drive. They've really not moved the ball or had much success. I mean, they get 2-3 yards here. The McCartney kid came in the second quarter and had some success. And in talking to the Salem announcers, he's ran some in the past, but not the way he did there in the second quarter. So it's almost like both teams have had to go to plan B, because both of their main runners are being stopped. Corbin, Salem's quarterback, usually is one of their lead runners, but he's only ran it one time and I think maybe got 1 yard because our defensive ends are every time are hitting him. Whether he's got the ball or not, that's a big key for them.
You're right. One thing that I've seen that we're really doing, we're giving up the midline. And we're trying to take away the veer because we're really playing wide with our defensive tackles. So I'm wondering if Salem might try to adjust a little bit and come back with the midline a little bit more, and maybe even fake the midline and let Corbin go right behind the fullback.
Yeah, I can see that because Corbin's a big kid. I mean, he's a big, strong kid. So, I mean, he could very well fake that fullback and just go right off of his butt, right through the 4 or 5 hole. And, that'll be an adjustment we're going to have to make.
I know you're saying 4 or 5. I'm expecting maybe to go right up that 0 hole, faking him falling right through there.
Yeah, the 4 or 5 hole looks like it's where, I would run it because I think we're coming so hard up the middle on that fullback that it's going to be that more off tackle is going to be what's there if they go to that.
The thing we have done is we've went to a 4 and then switched it to a 5 some, and we've taken away the midline when we go to the 5. When we go to the 4, we're giving up the midline, and so if you're at home and listening, the midline is just where they get the fullback right up the center. So, but they haven't done that very often. They've been going off tackle more than they have right down the middle.
Right, and if you're at home, you can also get on Facebook. Craig Akers is once again live streaming this. You can watch it and listen to us, and the good thing is you can listen to us and not have to see our faces too. So you may want to do that.
And Craig is hooked up to live with the radio tonight too.
Yes.
So and it is the 1220 version, not the 97.9 version.
It's the real version.
We like to give Bubba and Rodney a hard time, but they are good friends of ours, and so we're having a good time up here in the booth. Also, if you haven't been on the West Washington School Facebook page, we have got the W flying up on the grain leg over at David Hoare. So they put that up this week, and the blue lights are shining, the blue W's. So it is. So maybe that will be some luck. I know back in the days when we put that up back in the Pritchett days when we went to the state, that was one of the keys.
I believe it was white back then, though, wasn't it? It's blue tonight.
It wasn't blue back then.
Yeah,
it's blue, kind of glows.
So, and some things coming up. Tomorrow, girls volleyball sectional will be here. The Lady Senators play first game, I believe, at 11 o'clock, is it?
Yeah, I think so.
And then championship will be at 7 o'clock. And so come out and support the Lady Senators. Also, next Saturday night, there will be the fall carnival here at school. Be the trunk or treat. A lot of games for the kids to play. There's powder puff football going on in the afternoon, starting at 3. So come out. Hopefully the weather's a little bit better than it is tonight, but it'll be a good time, and come out and support the school.
And let's hope it's a happy time for the football team. Hopefully we can go to French Leg next week and come back with a victory. But talking about Springs Valley, they're ahead 30-0 tonight over North Davies.
Well, I think North Davies is very comparable to what Rock Creek was last week. I know back in the day, North Davies was a very strong program. I believe Scotty Helms was the coach back then. It seems like they've kind of fallen on hard times here recently.
But, just kind of thinking back of Springs Valley and looking at their record, I think their record is a much better than a 2-win football team.
Yeah, and we talked about that when we played them. They've got talent. They got size. They got athletes, but it was just a funny game. I mean, again, it was like tonight, but a lot harder rain. And, we jumped on them quick, and at that point of the year, I think with all the young kids we were playing, it got to be that complacency where, they're used to once you get a team down a couple scores that they quit. Well, Friday nights, kids don't quit. I mean, they're going to keep playing until the final because they don't want to be embarrassed, and that's what Springs Valley did. But, again, that was, what was that, week 3?
Yes.
So, our kids have matured a lot, and Springs Valley's gotten a lot better too. So,
and I think they're an older group too. They're not. I think they're big boys on the line. We're a senior laden group.
Yeah, I believe they had a lot of seniors on that team.
And I think they were expecting some big things this year. So their record's probably disappointing. And I know if you have any pride, you've been through your whole high school career, you just don't want to slip away without giving a fight. So I'm sure them seniors are getting to. Trying to fight a little here at the end of the year.
Yeah. Also, update: Mitchell and Perry Central is playing. Mitchell is ahead 14-7 in that game. It was a late start; didn't start till 7:30, so that's still in the first quarter. Bedford is ahead of Columbus East 28-15, so it looks like the Columbus East Hoosier Hill streak is going to end tonight too. So also we were told Charlestown is ahead of Eastern 12-0, probably in the second quarter. So that is Salem's opponent next week in sectional.
So, it's good to kind of see the other county team playing Charlestown pretty close tonight. And I know the rain's probably helping them a little bit too, and maybe because I know Charleston has one of the leading, if not the leading rusher in the state of Indiana. And I know Bubba and Rodney was up here talking about how good he was.
Yeah, that's what. But they said that he's probably the best running back they've seen since the Schrader kid from North Harrison a few years ago. So really good balance and speed.
That's pretty impressive. Because I remember Schrader, and he ended up going. Did he go across the river to St. X or Trinity, or did he stay?
He stayed, but then he was at Central Michigan. He went to.
Now they was trying to get him to come one day. They was trying to recruit him. I shouldn't say recruit for those private schools, but
that's what it is.
It is recruiting, especially when you have to go across the river. I think that's a lot of times that's why Jeffersonville and New Albany have a hard time with their football programs, because if they get a freshman or sophomore, it's very good. Trinity and St. X come and try.
Perfect example is that was it Bell, or what's the kid's name at Purdue?
Moore.
Yeah,
Rondell
Moore. I mean, he was a New Albany kid. He was on their state championship basketball team a couple of years ago with Romeo and them. And then next thing you know, he's at was it St. X or Trinity?
Trinity.
He went to Trinity, and that's a kid that had offers from every big school you can think of, from Alabama to Ohio State. He ended up settling at Purdue.
He didn't settle.
He settled at Purdue.
And probably right now he might be one of the lead for freshman of the year in college football.
And the connection is, who's Purdue's coach?
Trinity's Jeff Brom. So.
Yeah, exactly. So the connection there definitely helped Purdue out.
So looks like both teams are back on the field, and we've got about 2 minutes left, so we're going to step away again and listen to some of our sponsors.
The new menu is here at El Camino's in Salem. Stop in for lunch specials during the week from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. starting at $6.95 and get their all-famous and freshly prepared fajitas for only $8.95. Try their new breakfast burritos, the Mexicano, the Ranchero, and the Bigfoot, filled with black beans, rice, cheese, and scrambled eggs, bacon, and chorizo. Plus, find lots of new surprises in the dinner menu. Come by today for lunch or dinner at 403 Main Street in Salem, or call for takeout today at 812-586-0199.
This is Melissa Jeremiah with Hoosier Uplands Home Health Care and Hospice. We have a local team of professionals who are able to care for you in your home. Home care speeds the recovery process and allows a person to heal in their own home. Hospice offers symptom management to those facing the last stages of life. Our professionals are available at 812-849-4447 to answer any questions you have regarding home health care or hospice.
Stain, sole, and static shock. And of course, it's fully warranted by DuPont. So fold up the lawn chair and put the sunscreen away. This carpet sale is too hot to miss. Hurry in before the sun goes down on our very hot summer kickoff sale. It's all happening right now at Billy Martin Store, your authorized Mohawk carpet dealer. We offer free estimates, professional installation, and financing is available. Billy Martin Store is located 5 miles south of Deacon on Highway 335 in the heart of downtown Martinsburg. Or feel free to give us a call at 967-3997, and we'll be glad to help you.
At WSLM, we can...
Back here at Art Sanders Field here, we're getting ready to start the second half. There is about 20 seconds left on the clock, and the Senators will be receiving the ball to start the second half. And let's hope that we can get the ball and drive down and get up 2 scores. This one score, and I know Salem's got a good field goal kicker. So, if you got a good field goal kicker, that extra point is about automatic. And, I will say that, but we did against Perry Central, and they missed 2 in a row. We blocked one.
And you have to wonder with the footing, too, because I'm assuming he's a soccer-style kicker.
He is, and the snap is huge, because we've seen some bad snaps. We've seen us have a couple bad snaps, and I've seen Salem not even get the ball off the ground, and they're underneath the center.
Yeah.
So it looks like number 10, I think that's Wendell. It's Sheldon Yoder. I about said his dad's name coming out to the kick, but I will say one thing: Sheldon's jersey is awfully clean right now.
Yeah, he's not been on the field.
It's the first time he has been on the field. And Sheldon's a big boy too, and so he's a big, strong kid. So
we need to be ready because, I mean, I'm sure he can put the ball wherever he wants. And, I mean, I wouldn't even be shocked to see him try an onside kick here to start the half.
I wouldn't either, but I did drive by the field the other day going to Seymour, and he was practicing. They was practicing their field goals, and they was about 40 yarders. That was the craziest kick I've ever seen because it was not Yoder who kicked it.
It looked like they were going to do an onside in there.
And he kicked it straight out of bounds at the 40-yard line. So that's going to give us good field position. And I think it was either Price or McCartney who kicked that. He was set up right beside Yoder, and so that was kind of strange right there. Especially when field position is so key right now.
Yes, it is.
You're either going to onside it or you're going to kick it deep, and they did the opposite probably what Coach Hartsfield wanted to do right there.
Yeah.
Kick it out of bounds on the 40-yard line. So it's basically a 20-yard kick out of bounds. So here we go. We're going to look like we're going to start out in our power look here with Pate as a deep back and Armstrong and Bobby on each side. Then we're going to give it to Stevens, and Stevens takes
he got nowhere.
He got nowhere. I thought he might pop out of there for a second because he hit that hole pretty hard. His leg.
They're going to give him 2 yards.
He did get 2 yards. So gain of 2, so it's going to be 2nd down and 8. And Bobby kind of there hard. Salem made a good play because it looked like like you said, if you get by that first layer, you're gone. And them fullbacks are standing right there. But big 24 sitting right there on this side. He's opposite of Bobby. Here we go. There's Pate straight up the middle. And that was Pate right there. And Pate's going to gain another 2 yards, so we're going to come out and be 3rd and 6. And if if Pate would have kept his feet there, he almost fell down on his own because he did break that first layer, and somebody put their hand out there and got his shoelace.
Well, I think he had all of his momentum leaning forward, running with that forward lean, and, I mean, just hard to keep your footing, tonight.
Right, so here we go. The tip is almost on the center 45-yard line. So here we go, still on that power look. Let's see what we do. We're giving it to Bobby, and he's going nowhere. So, Bobby, he might have lost. I think he didn't lose. I think he just stopped for nothing right there. So that was a good stop. We played that pretty conservative right there.
Yeah. Maybe going to put in defense's hands.
I know you don't like to hear that, and the way our defense has played some this year makes me a little nervous too. But
they're playing really well now.
Yeah, we tried to go off the left side there, and they stuck us pretty good. So 19 is deep, and that's Lane Weddle, and we know he does have some speed, so we've got to be careful there. I will say one thing about him: his jersey's pretty clean too, so he hasn't been tackled or hit very much tonight. So hopefully maybe. So Bowsman's back. He punted it. It's going to be a high kick, and Weddle gets out of the way. We're going to take a center to roll, and it's going to roll about 10 yards, and it's going to be stopped dead at the 20-yard line. So that was a quick series for us. About 2 minutes is all we had to football right there, and then it's going to be Salem ball, and Salem's going to be on their own 20-yard line. So our field position did not do us any good right there.
No.
Only thing we did is we did change the field position with that punt. So it's going to take a long drive for Salem to get on the scoreboard. So let's see what Salem comes out with right now.
I'd say we're going to see what we saw in that second quarter.
I think they're coming out with what they did in the first of the game. Just got Price right behind him, and then they're more of their traditional look. They tried to throw it right in the middle. Weddle makes a guy miss. Don't let him go because he's gone. There's that fullback, or was a slot, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was a slot. They faked Price on a dive and just stepped up and threw it.
Which was a good call because we set those two guys deep, and there's nobody right there. And I know our linebackers are flying. Here we are. We're still in that 4. So now they're going back to the normal stat. Corbin kept the ball, and he faked it to Price on the left side. He kept it, and somebody grabbed his jersey and pulled him down with a gain of no gain. Don't know if that was 32. That was big Jake Strange right there.
Yeah, they're going to continue to run to that left side to try and stay away from Murphy and Trenton Benskin over here on their right.
Yeah, so here we go again, and looks like back in the traditional. You got Weddle on this side, so we got to watch him on that slot again. So I wouldn't be, we're still not covered now. We're going to see. That Mason Armstrong's over top of him on that, and that's 4-3 look defense. Weddle's going to go. Corbin keeps it again, and another pretty good stop. Looks like they're going to give him almost 4 yards on that.
Well, 3. They're going to put 49. Well, that's almost
That's a 4-yard gain. So I thought we did a pretty good job. So here we go. It's going to be 3rd and long here, 3rd and a long 6. So let's see if we can get another stop here. They tried to fake here. Now, last time they did that, they tried to throw it to this guy over here a lot. So let's see. I'd watch for, yep, they are going to pass. Oh! Tried to throw it. That's kind of that same play, but
we're almost a jump pass too. I mean, it looked like he jumped up in the air to throw that.
But what I don't understand, he kind of curled to our linebackers. Mm-hmm. He had open field on this side. He didn't go to this side. So wasn't a very good pass, and is almost, if he had overthrown it straight over his head, it would probably landed right in our safety's hands.
So I'm going to gamble and go for it.
They're all right on midfield here. So they've tried to make us jump off sides more than once. They'll send that guy in motion, and then they just stop. Well, they got all 3 guys are eligible on this side, which is not always true. On we got a timeout by Salem. Maybe RJ is changing his mind. What's he going to do here?
He wanted to see how we was going to line up against that, where they put McCartney out in the slot. I don't know where they're going to try and just send him on a skinny post there across the middle, get him right behind the linebackers, or if they're going to throw it out here to Weddle and let him be a lead blocker for him.
I don't know. I think I might try to send it. We're bumping. Are we man up out here?
Mm-hmm.
We're not zone, are we?
I don't think so.
I believe I'd about to send this guy deep and then let this slot roll out and let him come about a 5-yard out to see if we can get him out here in the flats.
Uh-huh.
But our ends have done a good job of containing, so I still think it's funny there. Brian Farmer down there being the mud man, cleaning the shoes. So I wonder if he does that at home for Melissa when he cleans her shoes for him. So the ball is going to be on the left hash, and it's going to be 4th down and 6. And let's see if they're going to come up and go for it. Well, it looks like Corbin's under center. So let's see how we go.
I'd say McCartney's going to be involved somehow.
Yeah, McCartney is out here. We got 85 out here as a wide out. We're man up across the field. They're in basically McCartney is not eligible right here.
He's just going to block.
It's going to be a sweep. Oh, and can we get him contained? Oh, we missed a tackle. We did an excellent job coming up there, and we just missed a tackle. So he ended up gaining about 10. Did he gain about 10 yards right there?
Yeah.
More than that. They're all the way up to the
38,
center 38-yard line. You've seen it. It was obvious what was going to happen when McCartney stepped up on the line and he wasn't eligible, and that guy went in motion because they was not going to. They wasn't going to go up the gut there on Price because we've done a better job there. So here we go. We're back into our 4 defense. They're going to pass. Oh, they're throwing it deep. Who dropped the ball? Parker Green didn't turn his head at all. We kind of got lucky there. That was a pretty good pass by Corbin. Actually, it was an excellent pass. It was Jackson McNeely out there wide, and he had Parker burnt, and he just dropped the ball. I don't know if he's been running that deep route all day, and Parker was just not paying attention because that's the first time they've thrown the ball to a wide receiver. And let me tell you, he moved in a little bit. He is surely he wasn't that wide a while ago because he's outside the numbers, and the ball's on this opposite hash. So now if you're going to do that, you're going to have to go slant, don't you think?
That's a read I'd always say.
Here we're going to go Price at the left tackle again. Oh, did a great job. Charles Madden again made a great stop. And it seemed like it took forever for our help to get there, but Charles basically did that by himself. And so it's going to be 3rd and 7, a gain of 3. Again, we're keeping him long yardage here. I'm only going to give him 2 on that. So it's going to be 3rd and 8.
But there's no doubt Salem's going to go for it. Yeah, they showed that. If they're going to go for it from the 50, they're going to definitely go for it down there.
They're in 2-down territory, so let's see if they're going to throw it again. Daggone, it hits Robbins right in the middle of the field. And we stopped our first read, and Corbin brought the ball back down. Actually, Brandon Corbin did a good job because we must have had it covered. He faked and brought it down. And then
he wanted to go to the outside, I think.
And we had him covered. And then we had no penetration there in the middle, and so he had all the time he wanted. And he make about a 3-step drop on that too. So if we'd had any push at all, we could have got 10. So I look for more Price right here. Let's see. Left again. There's your midline right there. And that's going to be a gain of about, he's about the 21-yard line. So let's give him
4.
Well, we're not even going to
give him.
Matt Myers says gain of 3 on that one. So we're going to be 2nd and 7. So, man, this you better do something when you get the ball because you're not going to get it very often.
No.
And the time is going. So there's 6 minutes and 45 seconds left. And time they snap the ball, we're going to be under 6:40. Still in their base formation here with the fullback right behind the quarterback and 2 slots and a wide out on each side. We did. Corbin kept that one. That's there the midline, and he followed him. But I don't know if that was a read because we shut off the fullback. We stuck him, and Corbin did a good job gaining about 2 yards on that one, maybe 3. And so we're going to be 3rd and 4. So here we go. Got another 3rd and long here, but it's 2 down territory. So. Are they going to pass or going to throw it?
They're going to run it, I'd say.
They've been. Corbin's got it again. And we got him for a loss.
Nice job, Jake Strange.
I tell you what, we've done a great job is he's reading it when that fullback gets stuffed and he's pulling it. And
he actually lost a yard there.
That's right, and our ends have done a great job. And I think what's really, he's having a hard time planting that foot and turning that field. The wood ground's kind of hurting that. So here we go, 4th and 5.
Our ends are just being very disciplined, playing their responsibilities, because they know sooner or later he's going to pull it, and times he's had nowhere to go.
So here we go. They're standing in their base formation. I was looking maybe to go with that pitch again, but, they're in tight, too, over here. So we need to get some push here. We need to get a push in the middle and make Corbin do something. Here besides, there is another timeout.
Salem's only got 1 timeout left now.
So we'll see if that might hurt Salem when it comes to the last few minutes of the game. So Center's defense is doing their job right now, but we can't get off the field.
No, and it's going to be a pass here. And, as you said, we definitely need to get a push. Murphy, Strange need to get their hands up to be able to – because, you're talking 2 kids that are between 6'3" and 6'5". And I don't know what Corbin's size is, but he might be 6 foot. I'd guess him closer to 5'10". So even on the pass he threw over the middle, he had to pump 2 or 3 times. And I part of me thinks that was because he was afraid he's going to get deflected.
And you said he's trying to go outside, and that means he was trying to go over Jake Strange there, and that's probably why he pulled it back. So he ended up going in the middle. So, like I said, we need to get a push up the middle because he hasn't rolled out, knock on wood, right now. It's been a 2 or 3 step drop and throw.
And I think if he rolls out between Jake and Murphy, they're going to be able to harass him.
Let's see what they're in. That's twice they've looked how we was going to play this defensively. And they're in their base formation here, but they're really, really tight.
Yes.
They was wide with their receivers. They're not now.
They run a corner route with this receiver this side.
They got fake the pitch. Oh, we got him right. What are we doing? Where did that was number 85. That was their wide receiver on the right side. He ran a little post, and we did not even cover him at all. We went for the fake right there and on the pitch. Trying to figure out who 85 is. Tristan Karen. That's the first time we've called his name, and now he's going to go back and he's going to hold for the kick. So here's number 10. That's going to be Sheldon Yoder to try to take the lead. That was an 80-yard drive right there.
Yes, it was.
And
we had him in 3rd and long.
And 4th and long twice, and they passed the ball and got it. We need to see if we can get a bad snap. Oh, good snap, ball down, and a kick.
Got it.
Yeah, it was through the upright. It looks like he barely hooked it through the left upright. It wasn't in there very much, but that's all it counts. So that puts the lines up 7-6 with 5 minutes and 8 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. So let's see if the Centers can respond.
Yeah, nice drive by Salem, but it took up a lot of time. But more importantly, I think it took away 2 timeouts for Salem, and I do think that's going to be an issue the later in the game we go.
But one thing that that I will say for our defense is we have not done all year stop the run, and we stopped the run.
Yes.
And they had to come out passing, which I know that's not what Salem thought they had to do. And I'm trying to look and see if it's raining out there, and if it.
I don't think it is.
I think the rain has stopped. But the last pass for a touchdown. If me or you might have been able to run that one because there was nobody. I don't know how we lost
where
him.
our safety was at.
But that was the wide out from the left side. They motioned away, and here they're going to – no, they're onside. Way onside, so we recovered the ball. Looks like about on the 44-yard line. So, again, we're going to have good starting field position.
This tells me is they are very scared of Bobby being able to get it and have a head of steam running straight ahead.
Yeah, it looked like that was Glenn Rankins who fell on the ball right there. So here we go. It's going to be 1st and 10 for the Senators on their own 44-yard line. So let's see if we can get a drive.
Yeah, we need something here.
Let's see, we're coming out. It looks like in our power formation with Hunter Pate in the. He's going to be in a pistol look with Armstrong and Stevens on each side of Boundsman. So here we're going to. Oh, what is he? Oh, no.
He'll be picked off by Reese McCoskey at the 45-yard line.
He rolled out and threw that, and I'm not for sure. He rode left and threw it straight in the air.
Yeah.
And the thing was, he had the guy wide open in the flat.
Yeah, Mason was open in the flats. I think he was wanting to go big to Jake down the field, but he was pretty well covered. But again, I mean, we've talked about that. Not having his feet set on that is a tough throw.
Ball's wet, and he threw it straight in the air. And like I said, he had Armstrong open here in the flat, and if he'd have caught it, you know, he had 6 or 7 yards on just catching it, and then there was nobody in front, so he would have had easy first down. Oh, somebody moved for the Lions. So that has to be on Salem. Yep. So there we go. A Salem lineman did move, so it's going to be 1st and 15 for the Lions, moving back to the 40-yard line, their own 40-yard line. So
update: Mitchell is ahead of Perry Central 22-10 in the second quarter.
You know, that win over Mitchell's looking bigger and bigger all the time. Because Mitchell's played some really good football.
Yes, they do.
And even played Providence pretty close and Paoli pretty close, and 2 really good teams. So here we go. Now they're in. Let's see. They're going to do that sweep. He fumbled the ball. Oh, he fumbled the ball. They did that motion, and
there was a hold there too.
So there it's going. He got recovered the ball, and so it's going to be 2nd, and it's going to be about 18 right now. You know, I tell you what, they put about 2 guys on our end right there. That was Landon Pearson, I think, was playing end. And they had 2 or 3 guys took him down, so they was going to be one-on-one on the corner. So let's see if Salem's going to be conservative right here. So it's going to be 2nd and 18 for the Lions. They're going to sweep. They're going to pass it. He wants to pass it.
He's got.
He's got a man open.
And he dropped. Wow, he threw it down there, and he threw that thing up for grabs. And again, our DB's number 3 closed on that, Harrison Sanford, and kind of knocked it away. But I think we lost track of where their guy was.
I think so too.
There was
Is
only
that Robbins that threw that?
19. Is that Robbins?
I think that's Robbins.
No, that's Weddle.
Okay, Weddle.
I think it was Weddle threw it. But the bad thing was we had 2 guys back there. That ball should have been intercepted.
I agree.
Because we lost track of him. We took our eyes off
They were thinking sweep.
Yeah, but we got 2 guys deep. They got one job, and right now it is 3rd and 18.
You better be thinking pass.
Right, and I always think when you're going to run any type of trick plays, that's not the time. When you do that when. So Corbin's in the shotgun. He's going to pass again. Oh, Murphy's loose. Is Murphy going to get him? He's running now. Murphy knocked him out of bounds, so he's going to be way short of the first down. So it looks like it's going to be about 4th down and 8. But here we go. What's Salem going to do here? Oh, they're going to be about 4th and 7. It looks like their punt team is coming on the field. And, we must have good coverage right there because he pulled it down. But, man, we can't let it. He still gained. What did he have? About 12 yards on that scramble.
And, I mean, they want to pin us deep after the defensive stand they just had because, I mean, offensively we didn't do anything.
And I hope we don't get a row on this punt because we have absolutely nobody deep. We had a bad roll snap. Oh, no, he kicked it good too. But it didn't bounce very well. Thank goodness. About to the 21-yard line. So I was worried he kicked that kind of low, and that was sometimes those roll.
That was a roll.
There's a good thing for not having turf right there because it's stuck in that mud. So defense got a good stop right there. They helped us a little bit on a fumble and a penalty.
Yep.
And a drop pass. So Salem helped us. They helped us more than we helped ourselves sometimes. So what's going on here? Are we short a man coming on the field? Yep.
We got plenty of time.
Yeah,
There's
Chase Farmer, I think
we
changed our formation there a little bit. Now we're back to our base formation. Okay, so here we go. There. Bobby Stevens. Oh, he breaks another. He broke one tackle. Or guy had him dead to rights. That was big 24. Had him for a gain. And that was that Colin McCartney, and he's a big guy. And he bounced off him, but then the next guy got him as he bounced. So he only gained about 2 yards coming off the left tackle there. Tell you what, they've done a really good job of containing Bobby. It's the first time all year he has been contained. He's never had a big gain.
Yeah, I think McCartney's spying Bobby. I think he's responsible for him. McCartney, as you said, is a big kid. He moved here last year when his dad became defensive coordinator. First 2 years he played at Seymour.
Bobby again. Well, he kind of faked left and went right straight ahead. He went right at McCartney that time.
He laid a hit on him that time.
McCartney ended up going backwards, and he had his back to Bobby. Here we go. It's going to be another 3rd and long. Wow, we have not had a first down, have we, this half?
No.
We had 10 the first half and 0 the second half, so we're 3rd and 4. So what do we do here? Because we haven't found anything that's worked the second half.
Play action to Mason out in the flats again. I mean, that to me, that looks like that's going to be a big play.
So here we go. He did not get it. He gave it to Bobby. Gave it to Bobby again, and we're going to short a yard. So now we're 4th and 1 at our own 30-yard line. I know what I would like to think by being up here in the booth, but if I was a coach, I would have – man, it would take some guts to go for it right here.
I think you got to.
I do too. We're 2 minutes left here in the third quarter. We're down a point. If we were still up 6-0, I think we'd punt.
Yeah, I agree.
So I guarantee we're coming Bobby right on this side, don't you? Yeah. And Bobby is going to get the first down.
He got it and more.
Yes,
out
he
to
did.
35.
Well, he got a 5-yard gain, and again, he is so close to breaking that line.
Yeah, he's going to bust one. I mean, I just get the feeling he is close.
I mean, they grabbed him right around the neck that time, pulled him down.
Yeah, West Washington's taking time out because Coach Bausman, I think, is going to use it to let the officials know about these tackles up high.
He's not even talking to the referees. I think we might have had some little tempers might have been flaring a little bit, and I think he was calling them to say, watch it. Yeah. You know, there's two things here, and you got this game is one, you don't want to get the penalty because it's such a close ball game.
Right.
But if you get kicked out, it means you missed the first round of the sectional. We can't afford to have anybody out when we go play at Springs Valley next week.
I agree completely. As you said, I mean, it's been a pretty clean game. Both teams have been penalized 2 times for 10 yards. So, 4 penalties called in almost 3/4 of action.
Right. So I would really like to see you jinx Salem on that and not us.
Yeah.
So, and you know what, too? When they're Salem's looks like a little bit stronger than some of the teans we played. Besides, I would say Paoli, and
they're 3A school.
They are a 3A school because like I always say, we have about 60 to 70 kids in a class, and they have about 150 to 160 in a class. So about 3 times. There we go. That quick sweep, Bobby. Oh, it's going to be close. He's going up the sideline. He's breaking it. There's his first big game.
That's the first time we've ran outside all night, too. I mean, they've done a nice job setting that up. I mean, just running straight ahead. And then all of a sudden that quick pitch got him.
And gave us 17 yards. I get 16 yards on the game. Carry So it looked like, and Bobby was doing little short, choppy steps, too, if you noticed that. So he didn't slip because they didn't do too bad of a job there on that containment. He cut that back in, so. Here we go. We're going to do Bobby to the left. Bobby, big.
He's close.
Oh, man, he's close. He's still going. He's still going. Kenny, oh, who is that?
28.
28 brought Bobby down from behind, but that would be Logan Kramer. So looks like a gain of another.
We'll be down to the 28, 21-yard gain.
Yep, 28-yard line. So 2 big carries in a row. So, Bobby usually outruns him there, but he had to stop to make that one cut. And Kramer, Salem almost jumped. And here we go, Bobby straight up the gut. He's starting to get some creases there. Bobby up the middle, so that's going to be another big gain. That looks like about 7 yards on that one. Look who's coming back in the game. I didn't notice that, but Big 24 was on the sideline.
Well, he went out after that one play where he got Bobby good, and then Bobby initiated the contact next time, and, he just kind of stood around.
So he's back in the game. We'll see if that those last 2 games was because of that, or is it because maybe we're wearing them down, and Bobby, you can only give it to somebody as good as Bobby so many times that he doesn't take off.
He's been close several times.
Yeah, he was close that time. We're getting seams. Here we go. Snap. Bobby's going to the right this time, and he went nowhere on that one.
McCartney.
It was 50. Yeah, it was McCartney on that one.
52.
I think that's going to be the last play of the first half, which that puts us in a third and pretty long. Yeah, I say it's long because that's the first time we've went right in a while.
Mm-hmm.
Somehow we got to get somebody on McCartney. And I know we do that zone blocking, and then when you got somebody spying, it's hard just to say, go get him.
You're right.
I'm wondering here in a minute if we're just going to use Mason Armstrong and just go, you're going to go find 24 and block him. Most of the time, Mason is that H-back. He lines up on the opposite side to where Bobby goes, and so maybe we're just going to tell him to go get him. So, again, here we're going to be starting the fourth quarter, and it's going to be the Lions up 7-6. It's been kind of strange in the series here lately. It's one team has kind of gotten the best of the other one the last 3 or 4 years, one way or the other. Salem got us pretty good last year, and we've got them pretty good the 2 previous years. So this game, looks like it's going down to the wire.
Yeah, exactly. It's what you want. You want very competitive games, and that's exactly what this is. And, again, this is a type of game that's going to prepare you for sectional. Last week's game, we didn't benefit at all from that. But tonight, win or lose, there's a lot of positives to be taken from this.
That's right. Like you said, we're playing a team that's size-wise in school is about 3 times our size. Mm-hmm. So, sometimes we think Salem makes it their Super Bowl, and we just we like it to be excited. But it's we know if we win, it's
yeah. And it's great preparation because Salem's a well-disciplined team. The conference they're in is really, really strong.
Yes,
so,
it is.
This is you couldn't ask for a better game going into sectional.
That's right. So here we go. It's going to be 3rd down and 4. And so here we go. It's going to be we got Twins to the left. Bobby's to the left of Holden right here. Looks like we are really tight in for our offensive line. It's going to go Bobby again, and Bobby breaks it. He just ran. Wow. I don't know who he ran over. But,
wow.
And now we got a penalty, and it better not be on us, or Coach Bousman is going to lose it right here because it is going to be a 1st down automatically. So I would say it's going to be a personal foul.
It's on us.
When that penalty came, personal foul, Senators, personal foul, Lions, offsetting. It's after the play. It should be 1st down.
Yeah. Again, you've seen this coming.
Yeah. Yep, they're moving the chains. So, like we said, we don't want anybody to do anything stupid right here. And looks like a Senator and a Lion both did something stupid, and thank goodness they both did. All right, so Bobby just ran right over somebody on that one, and that's the hardest I've seen Bobby hit anybody because he usually slides off of them, and that time he just ran over.
He realizes this game he's just got to lower his shoulder and go.
So it is going to be 1st and 10 on the 14-yard line. So 14 yards to pay dirt here, and here we go. We're going to see a big dose of Bobby there. Oh, that was one heck of a tackle by 24.
Yeah.
He just dove right at his legs.
Yeah.
There was no hitting Bobby. That was a good, hard play by Salem, and he helped Bobby up. Bobby's struggling a little right there.
I think he got him right in the shins.
He got him in the shins, or but you know there was a pretty good seam, and then McCartney comes because he's kind of unblocked. Like I said, he's spying. There's no responsibility except go at Bobby Stevens. Here we go. Oh man, nothing again. Bobby tried to go left. He was on the left, went left. So here we go. It's going to be 3rd down. And did he get anything? No. We're 3rd and 10.
I thought he lost yards, so I'll be happy with that spot.
I know some people might be wondering why we keep giving it to Bobby, but Bobby's been our workhorse all year. You know, he has, I don't know what he has tonight, but he had over 1,600 yards, so I know he's over 1,700 yards for the season. And
I wouldn't be surprised he used Bobby as a decoy and now looked to Mason out in the flats.
Yeah.
No, there's no
Oh!
Go to the corner of the end zone, and is that a flag?
Well,
I mean, it should have been pass interference, but they're
well,
not even.
you know, the referee threw his hat down like the guy ran out of bounds.
Oh, okay.
Unless he just lost his hat. But you know what? They're holding us outside, and the thing is, our receivers have got to be strong enough to try to get off of the guy.
Right.
You know, you can't just. So what are we going to do? We're 4th and 10 on the 14. We've went 3 plays and gained 0 yards on that since we got that big run by Bobby.
So this may be ball game.
Oh, we're rolling out. Oh, what are we doing? Oh, they called timeout. They called us.
Salem's out of timeouts.
So they changed that. The referee was pointing towards us.
He was pointing at RJ. RJ was on the field. He was pointing at him.
So how about give RJ a penalty for being on the field? Give us a
automatic first down.
Give us a first down, and they use all their timeouts. Could we get that
nice.
lucky?
No, we couldn't.
All right.
Be nice.
You know what, too? It almost looked like Holden. He was going to be a play action. He was coming this way. So I don't know. Where was
you had Mason in the slot or the H-back position over here, and you had Chase out wide. So I think Chase was going to run the deep route and Mason out in the flats like he did before. And, you know, hopefully they've told him, look underneath.
Because if he
I know you got to get 10 yards, but
there's nobody. He's going to have to outrun that linebacker. It's all he's got. If Chase because that guy's on Chase, he's got to stay with him.
Yeah, and once Mason catches it, if Chase blocks, then it's just Mason one-on-one with that kid.
Even if he doesn't block, I think he can
at least get the first down.
Right. First down's almost a touchdown here, too. So first down puts us on the 4-yard line. So I'd say come with that same play where we threw the interception. But the thing is, you know, that wasn't on a 4th and 10 where they know we have to get 10 yards either.
Mm-hmm.
So we going to change up our play here because I seen that was going to be, you know what kind of stinks on that? Now, look, they got a guy really wide.
Well, you got Jake on this side, too, at tight end.
So, and they got their safety setting on Jake. So here we go. Oh, yeah. You know, they might say there's interference, but you got to throw the ball close enough.
Yeah.
You got to throw the ball close enough to him. But the thing was, he threw that ball about 5 yards short right on the ground. So give yourself a chance is what I say if you want the penalty, and we didn't give ourselves a chance there.
No. I mean, we need defense step up 4 or 3 and out.
Yes.
That's what we need right here.
Yeah, we got to.
As you said, I mean, we've did a good job last drive on stopping the run. Now we got to stop the pass, too, and still be conscious of the run because I'm sure Salem's going to look to run first.
And, you know, the one thing we said that might be the difference in this game is a turnover, and, you know, we had the turnover. We turned
field position.
Is that when did they score on that drive or not?
Yes.
There's Lane. Oh, Price ran right up the gut, and that's the first time we've let him get very many and since that first drive.
Yeah.
But that's going to be a gain of about 8 yards. So 2nd and 2. You know, and he looked like he had some energy. I wonder if he was playing defense. I don't remember seeing him out on defense. Do you? Too much?
No, I haven't.
So he might have a lot more energy because our guys just had a big drive all the way down the field.
Looks like Charles Madden's going back to linebacker, too.
So who came out of the game?
Glenn Rankin.
Rankin came out of the game.
So it's Bryce Brown and Trenton Benskin, defensive tackles, Murphy and Strange at ends.
Here we go. No, Corbin kept it. Oh, that's
get the first down.
He did. I think that's the first time Corbin's had positive yards.
Yeah, except for that scramble that he had.
Yeah, scramble. The first time when a planned run that Corbin's had in it's had positive yards. Oh, that looks like that's Hunter Pate coming out of the game. That's not good. That's the Center's leading tackler coming out of the game right now. So I know it's been a hard-hitting game. Ground's not. It's kind of slippery, so sometimes you don't go down the way you want to. So here in that 4-3 look here. Yeah, here we go. There's Price's. That time it was the offensive line of the Lions there that made a hole. Sometimes Price has done it on his own, but not that time.
No.
So gain of 6. So we're going to be 2nd and 4. So here we go. We're on the Lions have the ball, trying to run out the clock with 8:50 left in the game. And the ball is on the 32-yard line of the Lions.
They're going to run that play clock down at least to under 10 before they snap.
So that means we're in the field position now. If we had them 4th and long, they're going to punt the ball.
Yeah.
So we got to get that stop. Oh, probably there's a big. Oh, he about broke that one. He's all the way up to the 49-yard line. If
he has his head up, he's probably getting in the end zone.
They put him in the Senator territory. And you know what? He rode across the 50. Yeah. But I guess the referee's going to give him a good forward progress with the row. So here we go. Center's got to come with a big stop because
they're going back to the 5 too. It looks like Madden's going to the nose.
Madden's going to nose here. We're going to have to do something here to get something stopped here. We need the ball on the ground.
Be nice.
And there goes he is like
pushing.
They're pushing, and that time we hit him pretty good, and then he pushed us back. Another 4-yard gain. So 2nd and 6. This is the first drive we haven't put them behind the chains for a while.
Right.
So, I thought we had them worn down on the last drive where Bobby was breaking some, and now it look like they're wearing us down.
Because their line's getting really good push every time.
Right now. We're still on the 5. Now he's in a 3-point stance. Oh, that was 24 there. That was my ball. We got the ball. We got the ball. Well, we got the ball way back here.
The offsides they're calling. And
no, they're calling. It's going against the Lions. They're giving
false start.
False start on the Lions.
Why? Okay, if it's a false start, why do you even let them run the play?
Yeah, the play shouldn't have ran because the ball was out. And the thing was, the ball popped out about 5 yards behind where he was.
No, it's a false start.
If you're going to go back 5 yards, so we're going to be.
Maybe they're going to start calling the thing that's been noticeable is, their backs are getting that rolling start.
But that time, that was McCartney, and he hasn't played that fullback spot all game. That's the first time he's carried the ball from the fullback. I wonder if they took Price out. Price is still out of the game. Salem looks like they're a little confused right now.
And they got no timeout, so they got to go with it.
Now it's going to be that pitch they're in a shotgun pistol. They're going to pitch it to this guy in the backfield, and he's going that way. Oh, he didn't know. If he gets, you got to be kidding me. What is really sad right there, they messed up. Salem was confused. They didn't know what they was doing right there. He took off running to the right. Corbin didn't pitch it to him, and he stopped, and he still got around us.
I know. I thought we had him for a loss, and then all of a sudden he gets around the end.
I mean, so from out there they overloaded us to the right side, and they was in the shotgun with the pistol look, and wow, I don't know how we did not get him right there. And that's on. So here we go. Now we got Price back in the game. It's going to be 3rd and 3.
And it's going to be Price up the middle.
I would say they're in 4-down territory, but we're really in tight here. And he got the first down, and I watched him right there. He slipped when he took off too. So that means their line is getting a huge push.
Yeah.
And it looked like we brought everybody in there too.
As he gets about 4 yards.
There we go. We got Bryce Brown's coming back in the game. So here we go, 1st and 10 Lions again. And it's going to be on the 37-yard line of the Senators.
Yeah,
so
we
they
need
have
a
driven.
turnover.
Yes, big turnover because they're driving it. So you can tell. You can tell where Price lines up. If he gets way up there, that means
he's moving.
He was moving right there.
And he takes it off that left-hand side.
Price is moving. The fullback is getting a head start.
Well, and I mean, it's the same thing we talked about. I mean, Paoli does it. I mean, they got that rolling start. And, I mean, it gives them a huge advantage, and the officials do not call it.
And you know, Coach Bowsman and Coach Walker on the sideline saying, hey, you can't be going forward. You know, the only thing, it might mess him up here. If he keeps going, he is so tight on the quarterback's rear end. Can he happen to, beat the ball
they
there?
practice that. I mean, they do this all the time.
Yeah, so
I mean, it's the same as Paoli.
So I guess you're practicing cheating, aren't you?
Exactly, because they know the officials aren't going to call it.
Yeah. Now, we got to – he probably won't do it because he didn't that time. And look what happens when you don't do it.
Mm-hmm.
He got a gain. We hit
no
Price.
gain on that.
We hit Price in the backfield. Corbin keeps the ball and gets maybe a half a yard. So we're going to be 3rd and a long 2 here. So, here the thing is, this is another big series, but every time you let it happen, you take 4 downs back.
Yep.
And that's 4 times 40 there if you want to do your math there. So here we go. I mean, you can take off over 2 minutes of the time every time you get a first down. So we're 3rd and long. We need a bad snap and see what happens here. There we go. And, Bryce again, first down. I thought he was going to rip the ball out. The ball kind of came loose up there on his left hand.
He's got both hands over it. I mean, it's going to be hard to get out of his hands.
But we made him bounce that time. We'll get another first down with 5 minutes left here in the 4th quarter. So we're going to be 1st and 10. It's on the 25-yard line. And the thing is, even if we get the ball back, we got a long field to go when we can't pass the ball.
Yeah, we've not looked good passing it all tonight.
So somebody's yelling, run the clock up there. So I think it was somebody on top of the booth. I don't think they want to be yelling at our clock guys down here. So
No.
they're not at Salem. So there's a fullback. No,
Corbin
kept it and lost a yard, I do believe. False start. Here's the thing. Do you take the penalty? You have to, don't you?
Yeah, if it's a false start.
But they will start the clock, and so you're going to lose another 25 seconds.
But you can't. You don't have an option on that. I mean, it should have been a dead ball on the false start, not let them run the play.
So when does it ever become where a team does an off start on purpose to keep getting 25 seconds off the clock? I mean, there's got to be a time, because we just lost 25 seconds when it would have been 2nd and 10. Now we're 1st and 15. The time is more important than the yardage right now.
Exactly.
Lord, we need the ball on the ground. There, we're going to do that sweep. And Weddle around the outside. Oh, he tried to jump somebody, and that was not a good idea, but he still gained 5 yards. So we're back to the same spot we was if they didn't call the false start. So we're going to be 2nd and 11. But the big thing is we just lost 25 seconds, and you put 40 back there. And it looked like our end that time tried to go underneath the block. And when we tried to go underneath, that was exactly what they wanted. Yep. And he doesn't want to run inside.
No.
So let's drive here. I don't know when they got it, but it seems like it's been forever. So I think there was like 8 or 9 minutes.
I think you're right.
Because they moved again right there. There we got a good stop. They gave it to Price.
We're going to start using timeouts.
Yeah, there we used a timeout.
I don't think we've used one yet.
Well, they stopped the clock right now. They're running it. I don't know why they stopped it. So we are running the clock. I don't know what
There's no timeout.
So it's 3rd and 9. They're still in 2-down territory here.
Yeah.
Because
This is a big play, though.
we want to keep them in long because you don't want to pass here because the clock stops incomplete, but you can pass on 4th down because it doesn't matter if you get it. So here goes a sweep. Can we get it? Oh,
there's a hold. They called it. They called it.
Did they call it? Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so here's your thing. Okay, you're going to have a hold. They tackled Jake Strange.
Yeah.
They didn't call it on the block. They called it when Jake had him and he tackled him and grabbed him around his feet. They tackled Jake Strange. That was an obvious call.
Yeah.
Now, here's your thing. They're going to be short of the first down, but you basically got to take it because you're going to be 4th and 3 or 4. So we're going to move them back, but, again, you're going to gain 25 yards. I mean, now 25 seconds you're going to get off the play clock. So we're going to get it down. If we stop them here, it's going to be about 2 minutes when we get the ball back. So here we go. We're going to be 3rd and, I don't know, what, 25?
20, yeah.
So here we go. Pitch. They're going to pass the ball. We need an incomplete pass. Oh, he's got a guy, and he caught the ball.
Take it in, Weddle for the touchdown.
And Weddle makes it that.
What a play call there by Coach Hartsfield as they faked him out. They thought they were going to pitch it wide.
Wow, and
ran Weddle down the sideline.
Now, you know that the Salem scores. That was a great pass by Corbin. They ran a little wheel route. But the thing is, we was down 1 point, so we had to score.
Yeah,
we still got to score, and so they're going to kick, hits it or miss it. We're still within 1 score and an extra point. So I'm not for sure if that didn't help us them scoring right there.
I think you're right.
I hate to say.
Down there, Corbin gets it too.
So here we go.
Weddle for the score.
Thing is, you cannot do a fake here. Oh no. The thing that cannot happen is we cannot give them 2 points.
No, they get 2 points, it's over.
Is he going to go? What's he going to do?
The 35-yard touchdown pass.
My thing is we've not been able to stop Price
for 1 yard.
1 yard all night.
Here they come. They're going to go for it, which if they go for 2 and get it, game's over, basically.
I would agree with that.
13-6 here.
If they don't get it, we score, we can win the ball game. So I'm giving it to 21 right up the middle.
Yeah.
I'm selling out on 21. If they pitch it or they throw it, so be it.
I agree with you.
Okay. And there he is, and he got it. That's a ball. I shouldn't say it's a ball game. I've seen crazier things happen, but. So there went my philosophy of letting them score and giving us a chance to win.
He was a workhorse in that series.
Well, I mean, your theory was right. I mean, if we hadn't jumped off sides, they were going to kick it.
1 point, it didn't matter. 1 point because we had to get a 2-point conversion, and that's what we was going to go for. And we was either going to tie or we was going to take the lead if we went and scored and got a 2-point conversion. And so now we're going to have to score and score again. We're down 2 scores. So, that's why I said extra points are huge in a football game. Huge. That's why it's so important to have a kicker because you're still in the ball game. When we didn't get our 2-point conversion, that just puts us behind the 8 ball.
Well, it's going to be interesting to see what they do here. They've kicked off 3 times, and all 3 of them have been short. I mean, are they going to give us good field position and trust their defense? Or are they going to actually kick deep to one of our deep guys and, hopefully we have a chance to make something happen?
And you know what? I about kicked it out of bounds, but they did again. Kicked it on the ground. Oh, we might lose. Wow. We bobbled it. We had 2 guys that tried to pick it up, and I don't know who ended up picking it up, but we got the ball, but we're on about the 31-yard line. That looked like Harrison Sanford who picked the football up. And the thing is, we have not looked good throwing the ball. I don't know if we can't hold on to the ball today.
Well, and Salem's getting pressure. I mean, every time that he's rolled, there's been guys getting through.
And our receivers has not got off the press coverage today. It seems like they've just out-muscled us outside. And, they're not very big out here. We got size advantage height-wise. Now, I don't know about strength-wise, but height-wise. So let's see how we are going deep. Yep. There's a good defensive play there. We tried to throw a fade down here on the right sideline to Harrison Sanford, and he jumped up. And I don't even know if he'd have caught the ball if he'd have been in bounds.
No, that's the thing. We're running the fade to the short side of the field, and, Harrison had little room to work with. He's lined up maybe 3 yards from the sideline.
So, you know, we've got to spread out more, but you still got one guy who is right on Bobby Stevens. They're still. I'm still tempted to give him the ball to come, and here we did. I tell you what, they have done so good. Oh, we got a penalty flag, and I think that's going to be on Salem.
Penalties come in there. That ref's got 2 flags. He threw both of them. He threw 2 of them. He's got 2. Look at that.
How does that happen? I mean, Bubba pointed out they've got 2 flags.
Well, we got a personal foul on the line. So if he threw 2, does that mean it's a 30-yard penalty?
And does it mean that two unsportsmanlike are ejected?
Yeah. He's thrown out of the game, and we get 30 yards. So
He's got 2 flags. Look at that. I've never seen that before.
I've seen officials have no flags.
I believe if I had 2 flags, I'd have 1 in each pocket, so they both wouldn't come out. Well, that's here we go. So like I said, we got to score quick, and we got to get an onside kick, so only chance. So it's
Snap will come back. He'll fake it.
There we,
Stevens. Now he'll
oh, that's the best ball he's thrown. Oh, and that hit him one fingertip. Who?
Chase Farmer.
Where's Chase Farmer? That was the best ball that Bowsman's thrown all day.
The rain stopped, and
that ball was – he threw that well. He had a good spiral and threw it down there. So – and he had a step, too, so it would have been a great play, great catch if he'd have made it, because it wasn't like he was wide open.
Right, and he would have been down pretty much right there because someone was right on his hip.
But he did throw it about 30 yards. He threw it in the air. So here we go. We still got twins to the left, which is really our base formation. So. Oh, that's not.
He's still going.
He's still going. He got hit behind the line of scrimmage and ended up pulling the guy 5 yards. But Salem will give us 5 yards right now. And another flag. So I have no clue who that one is on. It's going to be a personal foul on somebody. And I didn't see anything happen.
It must be language.
It has to be language. Somebody's having to be mouthing off right now. So that's personal foul. That's against the Senators. That's a killer.
He didn't throw both flags. So, that was the other official. He's only got 1.
So I don't know what happened. Coach Bowsman is not real happy right now.
It's a 15-yarder after a 5-yard pickup by Stevens.
So that's going to – and what's a killer on that, you lose the down because it was after the play. Wow.
All the way back to the 40?
Well, it would have been. That's right, because we gained up to the 45 and a 5-yard penalty from there. That's a 15-yard penalty. So we are 3rd and 20.
40-yard line. Bowsman now the shotgun. Snap will come. He drops back and wants to throw. He's got a guy down the sideline.
Does he? We didn't have.
They got tripped up there. Both kind of crossed legs there.
It was close to being a flag, but it wasn't, so that's all that matters.
So this is ball game right here, 4th and 20.
I don't know. I hope Coach Nance seen what I seen right there is when they faked to Bobby, if he hit him on the wheel route over here, nobody was guarding him. You sent Jake down the field.
I'm out here with 2:11 to go here, and the Senators trying to.
You might want to take a break here.
I've got to figure out how to get the computer back going again. It's been a while. There we go.
This one guy over here's got 2. That's not 10.
Oh, yeah.
Congratulate all local businesses, large and small, who strive to be the best at what they do. That's why we'd like to congratulate Steve Montsinger and his entire team at Eddie Gilstrap Motors for recently receiving the prestigious President's Award by the Ford Motor Company for both 2016 and 2017, an award presented to only 340 out of 5,000 Ford dealerships. Through surveys collected, customers rate dealerships on their buying experience and the dealer's commitment to their satisfaction, including after the sale. To be recognized in the top 1% and be Blue Oval certified is quite an achievement, but that's what we've come to expect for a business 80 years strong. Whether you're thinking new or pre-owned, including Ford certified pre-owned, financing rates are very attractive right now. Check out their website at EddieGilstrapMotorsInc.com for big discount coupons on service. 207.
Okay, we're back again, and here we're going to 4th and 20. Well, we're going, and it's going to be an interception by the lines of a guy laying on the ground. and that's number, I have no clue. There's everybody around him, and he was laying on the ground. Looks like 85 was the guy that intercepted the football for the Lions, Tristan Karen. So that's probably going to put the nail in the coffin for the Senators. You know, it's a hard-fought game, and just a little too much. We couldn't get anything going on the ground in the second half. We had one series that we ran it pretty good, and then they stuffed us down there on the 14-yard line. We had it 1st and 10 on the 14 and couldn't move it.
I know. I mean,
it's frustrating too when. And Salem's played pretty well second half.
Yes, they have, and they're in victory formation.
They're in victory formation. So, and then, you know, it you think of the first half we got the first score, and in the second half they came out and threw the ball.
Yeah.
It was throwing the ball is what did it.
Yeah, and then once they had some success throwing, then they went back to Price, and we didn't have an answer for him on.
No, on that last drive, it was.
I mean, like you said, he looked refreshed.
And it was right after that long drive because, you know, we had him, you know, field position where we needed him. He was on the 14-yard line. They had to go the length of the field, and they did.
Yeah.
And ate up the clock. And then, you know, like we said, they scored. Could have been to our favor. But then when we jumped off sides on that extra point, and then they got the 2-point conversion.
Yeah.
And the thing, too, if they'd have scored there, you know, and they'd have kicked off to us, you know, we'd have had a chance. We could have ran the ball a few times because our best offense is Bobby running the ball. So they're kneeling down. Isn't that their second kneel down?
Yeah.
Well, it should be third down. Matt Myers is a little off on his.
Yeah, it should be third down.
I'm pretty sure it should be third down.
Yeah.
Third down and 11. You know, we said that they ran pretty good the first series and the last series on us. Every other series, defensively, we did something that we hadn't done all year.
Why is it not third down?
It has to be third down. There he goes.
Okay, yeah.
You know, a guy that's sitting over there in shorts when it's raining and and it's 50 degrees or probably in the 40s by now.
Is that Brent Ingram over there with him?
It wouldn't be surprised me. Is that Brent Ingram on the sideline? Oh, no, it's Cade Powers, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, Brent Ingram said, what's going on now? Wow. I don't know. You know,
if you're in victory formation and you don't take a knee instantly, you should be free game.
Yeah.
I mean that's typically if you tell the defense do not
hit.
It doesn't give him the opportunity to go run around.
You can't tell the defense not to hit you, and then you just stand there.
Throw the wheeler out.
So, you know, I don't blame Corbin for not taking a knee when the referee's letting him do it.
I know. So we'll get it back with about 6 seconds left.
Yeah, maybe not run around, and our guys are just going to let him run around. So that is some, you know, pretty good sportsmanship on us. We're not hitting them and letting him run around.
Well, I mean, we've had it happen to us 2 or 3 times this year where we're in the victory formation and their team just comes and tees off on us.
Well, it's going to be the Lions did beat the Senators tonight 15-6 on a cold, rainy night. But I will say, you know, I'm not really disappointed in the Senators tonight. They played hard. It was basically 2 drives, one on the pass, and then one they just wore us down. And the Lions had a good game plan defensively. They spied Bobby, and big number 24 did an excellent job.
Yes, he did. I mean, that kid is a player.
And the thing was, Bobby had 2 big runs on that when we got it down to the 14, and I think that guy was off the field.
Yeah, I think you're right. Then I think he's off the field because Bobby initiated contact and knocked him back.
Right. So the Lions and the Senators shaking hands, and, you know, it is good sportsmanship on both teams. And I do like to see that because, you know, it is a heated rivalry sometimes. And kids are shaking their hands, hugging each other. And so they're, you know, doing a great job there. So that's a good thing for both coaches. So we're going to take a break while you finish up our stats and go back and hear from our sponsors.
Skyline Suites is an environment like no other, with private sunrooms, on-site salon service, activity exercise facility, tastefully designed private rooms equipped with kitchenettes, 55-inch flat-screen TV, cable, and phone. You'll feel right at home. Many facilities are institutional and lack the true feeling of home. Skyline Suites and Villas has worked hard to create an environment where you feel part of the family, enjoying exceptional amenities and furnishing, all while surrounded by the peaceful tranquility of quiet country living. Skyline Villas provides independent living villas with 1,750 square feet, 3-bed, 2-bath, 2-car garage units, all utilities, cable, Wi-Fi, telephone, housekeeping, 24-hour health monitoring, and maintenance included in monthly rate. Villa residents also enjoy meals at Skyline Suites for a discounted rate. Call Ryan Buchanan today for a tour at 812-320-3761.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
Buying a new grill from a big warehouse is like trying to start your old grill. You can end up standing around by yourself and nothing happens. Not at Ace. We've got an exclusive lineup of premium brands, plus premium service to make sure you get the right grill. That's why grilling starts at Ace.
Our team at Ace Hardware of Salem is here to answer your questions and help you find your dream grill. Stop in today and see why we're the helpful place.
After a joint surgery, injury, or illness, Meadowview and Salem Crossing are the best choices for helping you recover. Our Moving Forward rehabilitation program offers a full range of therapies. We're here to help you return home safely with the skills you need to live life on your own terms. Meadowview and Salem Crossing, two great options for your rehabilitation. To learn more, visit asccare.com or call 888-996-8272.
Let's get on our feet and give a big hand to the starting lineup at McDonald's here in Salem. The Quarter Pounder is coming on the field. Filet of fish and those golden delicious fries are warming up on the sidelines. And now for the feature star of the night, the Big Mac. You'll score every time with a hot, fresh meal from McDonald's in Salem, whether you're there for breakfast, lunch, or dinner. Take a time out and stop by before or after the big game to check out their all-day breakfast menu or value menu. Download the McDonald's app and you can get great deals on delicious tastes all day long, including buy 5 McCafe drinks and get 1 free. You'll score every time with the wife and kids when you make a touchdown at the Golden Arches right here in Salem. And don't forget, McDonald's has gift cards so you can give that great fresh taste all season long.
Or stop by 603 South Main Street today. And be sure to tune in at 8 p.m. on Wednesday nights with Bubba Abbott on WSLM AM 1220 and FM 97.9 for Coach's Corner, our live local coaches show that broadcasts live each week from McDonald's in Salem. Tune in to hear what Eastern, Salem, and West Washington coaches have to say about the next big game.
After a joint surgery, injury, or illness, Meadowview and Salem Crossing are the best choices for helping you recover. Our Moving Forward rehabilitation program offers a full range of therapies. We're here to help you return home safely with the skills you need to live life on your own terms. Meadowview and Salem Crossing, two great options for your rehabilitation. To learn more, visit asccare.com or call 888-996-8272.
Hey folks, this is Mike King, the Walmart store manager here in Salem. I just want to give a shout out to my associates for winning the Helen Walton Award this year. For you that don't know, the Helen Walton Award is given to a store that is invested in their community. That award is only presented to one store out of the 6,000 in the whole world. To win that is something special, and it was a lot of hard work and dedication and a lot of volunteer time outside of their work hours. And just leave you with Helen's favorite quote: "It's not what you gather in life, it's what you scatter." And we have seen that by our associates and especially by our community. And I also want to thank the community welcoming us and letting us become a part of the Salem, Washington County area. Thank you all for all that you do.
It's not playing. Yeah, we can do it. All right. Welcome back to Art Sanders Field, where the